Hey yo, it's the House of the Dragon Season 2 light. Hop on Alicia Kingston channel, take flight. Green Queen, Black Queen, let's ignite. In the era where the Targaryens rule tight. Queens of the throne, steaming in the dark. Blackfish showing claws, dragons in the park. Kings landing tallest, secrets in the chambers. Serpents in the realm, only fire can tame us. Queen on the queen's side, hands blood stained. Promises broken, power unchained. But the Black's got strategy, dragons in flight. Night means day, reign supreme by night. Queen on the queen's side, hands blood stained. Promises broken, power unchained. But the Black's got strategy, dragons in flight. Night means day, reign supreme by night. Soulful whispers, crowns clashing bones. Medieval battles, blood, firestones. Queens of power, both fierce and hard. Dragons holding, tearing lands apart.
What up, though?
I'm
What
chewing,
is
I'll be
going
chewing.
on? I mean, look.
Hungry.
Okay, so you have to take that up with the music, ma'am. I didn't have nothing to do with that.
That is an excellent intro, by the way.
It was.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I will be shouting out the Irish brother from across the pond, Johnny, the Irish Wildling, Johnny Green Hands, aka John and Ghost, who was on with us a couple weeks ago. And he hooked us up with that music, and I'm pretty sure he's got some other stuff coming in the works too. So I'm looking forward to that. And actually, since you spoke up a little something first there, Lauren, it's been way too many moons since you've been here to hang with me and Meeks here. So tell the folks what's up, what you've been up to, where they can find you, and let's get into this.
Okay, so most of you who actually know my face will know me as Lauren's Corner. I have my own channel and stuff, but right now I'm actually trying to build my own business. The lovely dragon you can see here, I actually made. You can find me on TikTok as The Last Witch of Alba, and I'll be posting the stuff and the links into the chat. I also have an Etsy page where you can buy and order some of my creations. This big dragon here is quite expensive. As for shipping overseas, I still need to kind of work that out. But if any of you want anything, it's there. I would appreciate if anyone goes onto the TikTok and shares it out with people. Right now, I'm not doing any video stuff. It's just basically focusing on the business side of things. But you will see me occasionally here about Alicia and doing a few other things and just talking shit on Twitter. So, you know, I'm here. Hi, this is Nessie.
Hello, Nessie. That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you. And a newcomer to the streams, his first time here on a panel with us. Y'all know him from the chat. Sir Luke, what's going on, homie?
I'm good. Listen, I'm ready to talk about this damn show.
Let's get into this. Let's get in. Indeed. Ma'am Meeks, can you break from the popcorns? Say hello, maybe, possibly.
Damn.
Okay. I mean, look, no, I appreciate my popcorn too. So no, I understand.
Hey y'all.
Listen, you better fucking share those snacks, man. Did you bring enough for the rest of us?
Absolutely not.
No.
At least she's honest about it.
Yeah, what up, guys? I'm just starving. I literally woke up. You know how I do. I woke up, roll over, walked in here. So I'm a little hungry.
Like that. That is the routine.
Crunching from the mic, but at first I was like, "Oh, this episode, okay, it's okay." But then the more I sat on it, the more I was like,
"Okay."
Because if I would have rated it, would be like a 6 when I first saw it, but now it's like an 8. And I'm like,
listen, I'm here for the small things.
Yep, you got to see what all that lurking in the background.
Yeah, so that's why my reaction was late today, because I know a lot of people. I usually post it in the morning, but it got caught in copyright hell, and they wouldn't let it go until about 6 o'clock. So it's officially up now, though.
Absurd. That's awesome. Let me jump over here to the chats. Haymaker, my guy, what's going on? Lady Casey, House Lore Bridge, what up? South London Reseller, hey. And yes, it's not often that we find people that even know what that terminology means. So I appreciate you. Scroll down. Dornish, hello, my lady. Lady Helaena, Lovely to see you. And Georgie Grace, hey. Will there be a spoiler chat? We will do spoilers and book comparisons, but only up to what we have seen in episode 5. For the full spoiler chat and thoughts and all that, go over to Sphinx's channel next Saturday, and we're gonna run that same show all over again and get the rest of our comparisons out. Lady V, evening, my lady. Was that everyone? Scrolling. Lady Mina, hey. Lady Amy's in the chat. Think that is about everyone. If I missed you, Miss Swift, hello. Corinne.
House of spoilers.
My brother, JD, what it do? Mother Roan, the mother of the realm, is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and I think that's everyone. I'm sure some other folks will trickle in as we go. So, for this, we y'all know we are somewhat of the north, so we observe guest rights around here. So, since it's his very, very first time being here, Luke, go ahead, give me your initial thoughts for the beginning of this episode. How was it working for you?
Oh, the beginning? Specifically the beginning? Oh. Because Cole thought he did something. He brought Melissa's head through King's Landing to show all the people of absolutely not.
Absolutely no one was impressed.
Garbage.
But he thought they were all gonna praise him.
Trash.
Ain't no one gonna praise him.
Everybody was like, "Oh my god."
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh,
They literally look like, what fresh hell is this?
they were like,
Okay.
Look, it's coming now. I'm scared.
Okay.
One homeboy was just so shook. He was like, wait, how do you kill a god? I thought the dragons were gods. Well, I feel, sir, that you're kind of ridiculous in thinking that, but I understand your thoughts. I understand your thoughts. I mean, we've seen dragons die before. There's a long history of dragons dying. This shouldn't be a new thought that a dragon could die.
I mean, and they're like,
I need to see Otto. That's what I need to see. Where is Otto? I know Otto is at Old Town being like, God.
You know he's at the Citadel right now plotting.
Was he supposed to go? Was he supposed to go to
Hey, Michelle.
He
He was supposed to go to the Reach, but I don't think he went to the Reach. I think he still did what he wanted to do and went to the Old Town.
He back home losing his goddamn mind. He's like
He is
getting bolder and bolder by the
Seriously.
moment.
He's like, somebody pass the phone to someone. Slide them the phone. I need to talk to somebody. I need to talk.
What's
to somebody.
up, baby cousin?
Get the Raven. Get the Raven. Because at this point,
zero thought behind anything the Greens do since Otto bopped out.
Okay. It's a whole bunch of nothing.
For as much as he got on my nerves, he was still better to deal with than these fools.
He was the largest brain they had.
And he was entertaining.
And then you absconded him. And then you put Crispy Fox there, who was like, "Ooh, let's get this fight. Let's fight these dragons. Sees the dragons. It's like, oh my god, what did we do?
We have given the war over to the dragons.
Which was his idea.
What the hell? What were you expecting? You're the one that called for this. You and Eamon made the plan, so he was hiding out in the woods. It was always about to be a dragon in the fight. What do you mean?
Exactly.
Like this pastor went off and didn't think he would come back with fucking PTSD. Like, come on. Like, you
he
go
came
back
back
with
shivering.
PTSD and a dragon's head, and you thought you would get something better than a fucking gasp or two, and be like, oh my god, what the fuck? Like, you don't do that.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And now he's just confused. And now he's like, so what do I do? Well, technically, I'm not needed anymore because I don't want to be out there, and you shouldn't be out there. Not with them dragons. Because they are hotting anybody up. The dragons don't go, oh, wait, that's the dragons. Skip over that person. Get that person. They're just
exactly.
Like,
they didn't even need to say Dracarys. Just Melee just wounded Sunfire, and now Sunfire is haphazardly flying over their soldiers that's on their side and burning people with his blood. So I don't understand what you thought was going to happen, Crispy, with these dragons. the war was always going to be about dragons. It's literally called the Dance of Dragons.
That's why she was doing everything in her power to prevent that from happening. But you know, everybody was like, "Oh no, we're gonna fight with dragons because you know, dragon fight." The logistics of a dragon fight is everybody on the ground is collateral.
It's
Everybody, everybody could get it. So that's what y'all get.
They're literally.
I'm gonna say this. I feel more sorry for the dragons than anybody else.
Absolutely,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Even for Sunfire, I was
family
so
as
sad.
well.
I feel the same about these dragons having to go deal with their human nonsense as I did with the dire wolves when Summer was killed, when Shaggy was killed, and when they almost got Nymeria.
Unsubscribe. I don't want it.
Right, exactly. All right, let me jump back over here to the chat real quick. Let me say, you know, people are starving, scared, confused, and now you want to show them that the most powerful force in the land and one that has protected them since the city's establishment, let's not forget that, can die. Like, be fucking for real. Absolutely.
Exactly.
100%. It just doesn't make sense. And these people, like, you look at these folks and you wonder why they're not cheering you on. Did you see the lines that they were in, bro? The vegetables, all half of them have mold on them.
Oh, I know you saw that.
You can barely get a roll because everybody's running to the basket at the same time. The food share line, people only had literally like you remember in Demolition Man when they took him to that fancy restaurant and it was only like 3 little tiny carrot looking things that was supposed to be the full meal. That's what these people are eating. And they're told that they have to be grateful for those scraps. Nah, fuck you.
All right, I'm gonna.
Obviously, you come through. Seriously,
I would have left immediately.
It's gonna be a wrap.
Immediately.
I mean, the other thing is that in showing the small folk all that, and then treating them like shit and locking them in, right?
On top of that,
you're not only stoking that whole anger up towards them, but the biggest dragon they've got is also the most slow moving. And if that dragon is grounded,
especially after now,
it's exposed. And then all the other dragons are fucking tiny. You know, they're not had the chance to grow. They're easy to kill. You know, if overpowered, yeah.
But you know, thing to do. Who does have a dragon that is, you know, big enough for battle? And I'm leaving Daemon out of this because that's a whole side quest. But our Lady Baela, you know, the queen to be, Lady Baela has a dragon. She's very proficient on her dragon. And one thing I think we know from how Drogon was in the original series and how what the hell was the rest of their names? Viserion and what was the other one?
Rhaegar? Was it Rhaegar or Rhaegal? Rhaegal?
It's Rhaegal.
Rhaegal.
Yeah.
Rhaegal. Yes. The way those two automatically looked at their bigger older brother, because he was allowed to be outside so he could grow. They were locked in the tomb, so they stayed small. But as soon as they got back together, they both basically bent the knee to Drogon. So you put Baela out there with her dragon, you don't have to worry about those smaller dragons and not knowing what to do. That dragon will get them. Is it Moon Dancer? Moon Dancer will get them all the way together.
But the problem
coordinated
is
attack.
She once again is crutching on Baela and nobody else. Because Baela has been doing a lot. Baela's been out in the field. Baela and Rhaenys, nobody else has been able to do anything. She's kept Jace inside. The small council can't do anything because they don't have any troops. And I'm just like, it's all on her right now, especially with Rhaenys gone. And I'm just like, girl, I don't even want to do that. I would rather, if y'all leave and do anything dragon related, it needs to be 2 of y'all. It needs to be 2 of y'all, period. It needs to be 2.
Even Rhaenyra wants to go out on her own, too. She wants to go out, too.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can at least just patrol your area, at least.
At the very least.
Here's
all these men around the table, you know, telling her to stay.
No, we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that.
Side question that JD's just reminded me about, right? And it's not about for eating dragon meat, right? It's how the fuck do you feed a dragon like Vhagar or Balerion? Like, how?
Okay.
You do that by stealing resources from the small folk.
A fat cup of
That's
sheep.
why they look the way they do now.
Yeah, that's why they're all hungry. Because I mean, at this point, I know that Vhagar, she out
Even
there,
in
she's
peacetime.
munching everything.
Okay, because she's patrolling King's Landing for
peacetime
half
where
the time.
there's lots of food. How do you keep a big dragon, a fucking dragon the size of a small city, like Valerion, fed? How does that work?
That's a good
It's
question.
Vhagar. Plus, it's Dreamfire. You know how big Dreamfire is too.
Yeah, that Dreamfire is still chilling in the villain.
Dreamfire
She's
is
still chilling.
big.
Yep. Dreamfire, and we already saw Vermithor. So yeah, well once those dragons step up, it is gonna be a problem.
Okay.
So yeah, and you have to think, how were they actually feeding them? Like even let's go back to the Conqueror real quick. There was Balerion who literally had like whole states under his the shadow of his wingspan.
Yeah.
And then
Meraxes.
MaraCharese and Vhagar. How would you do that? Like, there's no kingdom as abundant as resources for food are in the Reach. They're not gonna have enough livestock to feed this dragons, and we don't even know how many times a dragon eats during the day.
Right.
But I would imagine you have to feed him more than just one horse.
Because Danny's took the fish out the water, and did they do that
I guess
too?
true.
Did they try to
They could possibly.
We do that with with all of I think Corlys's men that are on the water.
Because I'm like, they got to be eating something. Like they got to be able to pull up fish or treat something and throw
It
it.
can't just be sheep.
I mean, Valerion would at least need like a good couple of farms at least a week.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
At,
like
at
that's
the
so
very
much.
least.
Okay.
They would have to be eating random stuff.
And we don't know. Like, there have to be some vegetable supplements at some point, because you cannot produce that amount of meat that fast unless you're importing it from like Pentos or Tyrosh or
Unless
something.
you're eating people at this point.
Yeah, I was about to say feeding them their enemies.
Unless it's something that we do not know, then yeah, I really don't know how to explain all that.
And listen, I'm just waiting for information.
Like,
Like,
Because you're right,
No,
the
this is
singing
logistics is
George
bad.
again.
And right now, if the people are struggling this bad, the dragons can't be getting fed as well because there's not enough resources. You know,
they're gonna have to go. Like, y'all gonna have to leave.
Absolutely. So let me jump back over here. Lamia says,
time to go.
was one of the small folk when Millie's head was brought through town. I'd have been like the piano man. Time to go. 100% facts. And the little tidbits that we can touch on with that is my man Hugh. Hugh, we like you, bruh. We like you. We know that you have some good qualities in your bones. However, when y'all don't get enough food, you're not getting enough medicine or care for your very sickly daughter, and your wife says, my brother got a spot, let's go now. Do you expect me to look like a beggar?
Yes.
We already begging though.
Yes, indeed.
This ain't news.
Like,
if you're worried about that, then spin the story. Actually, you don't even need to spin the story. Just tell the truth. The king and all of his minions are on some bullshit where we're not getting enough food. We're not getting paid for our job. Y'all need some of them skills in the Riverlands. Yeah, work. Okay, we on the way.
That's
Right, it's not about being a beggar.
That fucking prideful nonsense, and it cost him, because right when Aemon got in and he started putting them plans together, his second decree, it seems, was to lock down King's Landing. And now you can't leave. It's like Sonny in the Bronx Tale. Now you can't leave.
Exactly.
If only he left as soon
You
as his wife said something.
Soon as she said something, they would have been past the gate already.
Okay.
And now you stuck.
Girl, that poor child.
They
Poor child.
stuck.
Right, yeah, honestly, I don't even care about Hugh or his wife. I'm worried about that baby. And his wife, I think, had exactly the right amount of disdain for his bullshit, as she should have. You know what?
Yeah,
Go ahead and continue to wait on those empty promises and bills that he will never pay. I'm sure you could feed a whole army of ghost children with that.
I'm curious.
Okay.
Meanwhile, our baby is gonna die.
Right. The faith he had in, Aegon is ridiculous to me. I don't know why you have so much faith in him. He lied to you.
No,
That's about it.
I'm curious
Seriously.
who his baby daddy is, because he's quite a big guy.
I'm wondering too.
I want to know the line.
I'm very curious, and I think they're probably going to show us next episode.
It's
I
either
can't
that
remember who they said he was.
or they're gonna do that
As
thing
I
where
sit
they
next to
don't
the
show
books,
us.
I can't remember who they said he was.
Yeah,
Isn't it
I don't
unknown?
remember whose dragon seed he is.
Isn't it like I'm pretty sure it's unknown. I could be wrong. Like,
Let me-
because
I honestly don't remember.
It's
I
like
honestly
you
do
forget
not
your time,
remember.
like you do not know. It's so thin, his blood.
I say dragon blood is like hot bacon grease. Mm-hmm. Yep. It will literally melt skin.
Today, the hot bakery is
George says
Ooh.
they could have brought Aegon. Aegon. They could have brought Aegon's body through the back door. So, exactly. Why put it in that box? And did you expect anyone to really know who was even in that box? Because y'all had it covered up. But y'all want people to cheer. All they can see with their eyes is a dead dragon head. And that's a really bad omen to them.
And no king flying up in the sky coming back the way.
No
Right,
king.
like they gotta put
Mhm.
that together. They gotta put that. Like, come on, because you can see him fly back, but you saw him
Mhm.
leave.
Seriously.
It don't say in here.
Making sense. Okay, so his might have been unknown.
Yeah,
Yeah, Summer's death absolutely broke my heart.
and then
too.
obviously,
Right, protect the dragons. Yeah, protect all of the magical creatures, please.
I mean,
Forget the humans.
he's old enough to be potentially brothers with Daemon and Viserys.
Like the other guy. He's around the
Same
age
like
as the other
same
guy.
like Ulf said.
for
Yeah.
some reason he was telling everyone. I was like, what the fuck? Ooh. Child, just opening his mouth.
Yeah,
He's saying the wrong things. He's gonna get killed.
he got the small folks stress. Exactly. Yeah, everything that they had for sale looked disgusting.
Oranges was pale.
Just ugh. Like, how do you even get a sickly, pale looking orange like
The
that?
oranges weren't even pale; they were fluffy.
Right,
Ugh.
all that damn mold growing on them. Ew, and y'all touching that with your bare hands? Isn't flea bottom disgusting enough?
Yo, she was trying to look. She was like, "Is there at least one good one? Just one."
Like, y'all can't see it, but I'm really over here clutching my pearls because ew.
She should have just took that.
Okay,
and put it in a skirt,
girl,
trying to
her
make a
toes
new
are
plant.
curls.
Girl, put that in a plant. Try to make a new plant.
We've got into the land of disgusting, right? Do you want to just talk about the incest in our face?
Yeah, actually, I was just about to toss the mic to you. So yes, go and give us your thought. The random incest obeah juice dream.
Right, so
More now.
I was waiting for this, right? Because we've had some low-key normal incest that we're already normalized to because of Game of Thrones and then like season 1 and stuff like that. Right? Brothers marry sisters, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. But the way they ratcheted it up with this, because I hadn't really seen anybody else talking about it, and I literally just watched it tonight.
Hey, Romy.
And when you're in the UK, things come out the next day, more or less.
Yeah,
or when
y'all be
I'm-
living in the future.
So right now,
watching this, like, you can literally feel the delusion, the dreamscape with it. Like, you can see he's losing his goddamn mind. And then you're in this, like, you know it's some sort of incest going on, and you don't know who it is, and then she's like, he's going down on her, and then there's this whole kind of blood thing happening, and she's like, you've always been my favorite son, and like, you clutching your pearls about those fucking oranges. Like,
Dude.
I was just like, oh, that's a lot, right? And then
Right then and there.
and then having to remind myself that he didn't even know his mum. You know,
That part.
not really.
That part.
She
How?
had no idea what she looked like.
See,
Because-
exactly. When you're 3 years old and you lose someone, even no matter
no,
how
they don't.
important they are in your world, you're not going to remember that. Do you know how many people on my dad's side of the family that came up to me when I went down for my brother's funeral? So, oh, we ain't seen you in so long. You remember us? I was 3. And then the last time I was back home in Guyana was when I was 6. Sir, ma'am, I no disrespect. I'll give you a hug because I'm a hugger. I appreciate that. We're bonding over this thing, but I don't know you though.
I don't know you.
My dad
Yeah,
tries
I
to
don't
put that
know
on me
you
all
like
the
that.
time because I don't
I
really know his side of the family, right? So it'll be like talking about this relative and that relative. Like, I don't have a fucking clue. You know, I'm really
Bruh.
sorry. Like, I can barely remember some of his brothers and sisters' faces, right? I know they look like mine, but I wouldn't be able to tell you who they were directly. You know,
Mhm.
it's
You just reminded me.
time. But the fact that he's getting fucked up so much by the weirwood and creepy Scottish
Alys,
chick that I
yes.
kind of
That
admire
bed.
and kind of like,
Mhm.
and I like, there's just there's something there, but I think I really appreciate the descent into madness that he's going on right now. And the spiral and continuing to dream and hallucinate at any point in time, and it really creates a sort of dissonance, like a disconnect between the scenes and between him trying to do what he needs to do to mark his place in history books and do what he wants because he wants to be king and all that type of thing. Like it's pretty fucking intense to watch. And can I also say props to Sir Simon Strong for telling him he was
motherfucking right. Yo, I laughed so hard when he said that. What would you call the queen's husband? The king consort.
Consort. Thank
Well,
you.
that last part just seems unnecessary, doesn't it? No, sir. If you want them to be all formal, like you tried to check him just now, well, uno reverse checkmate, motherfucker. You are the king consort. You should have been happy with me calling you your grace.
Look like it's your grace, and now it's your king. Pick a side, please.
What? Pick a side. And first of all, the fact that this man is allowing Daemon to fix up his place, I'm sending stuff back to Rhaenyra. Like, girl, come get your man.
Right.
Yes. Did you see that last message about your man? Come get your man. Girl, he
You know what?
fix the towers. Come get your man.
No, I'm not even in cases like that. I'm not even sending a Raven. No, I will combine and tap into another fandom universe, and I will go to one of those fireplaces in the hall of 100 Hertz, and we will send a message through the fire like they did in Harry Potter. Like, hey, my queen,
come on.
Can you send somebody come get this motherfucker? Like, we wish you. We trying to make it do what it do, but baby boy over here being on some bullshit. I don't know who the fuck he keeps seeing or talking to at night, but it's weird when I go up to him and I had to tell him this man's name like 5 different times at the table, and we don't know what's going on. He won't eat anymore. The only time we see him with a cup is after he goes and sees the fucking obeah lady. And also for my American brethren, if y'all don't know what obeah is, it's another form of saying like deep magic or what's considered quote unquote black magic in the Guyanese culture. I don't think it's black magic. I'm just telling y'all what
it would be similar to like kudu.
Voodoo, yes. Hoodoo and voodoo, yes. All different aspects of the same thing.
Right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't appreciate the fact that nobody is telling her that he's out here tripping ball sacks. But the number of times I would have gotten on my dragon, like, you don't want her to be out there in war, bet. Go get Daemon. Your responsibility is to get Daemon. We will sit here while you go get Daemon. Jace
Here's the
is here.
thing.
Go get Daemon.
By the time, if Sir Strong, and this is not me trying to throw shade at Sir Simon. No, I like that dude. Because he don't be taking the bullshit. Because when you come at him super disrespectful, he will check you. And I'm here for that energy all day. But after the first time he saw Daemon tripping, if he didn't have to send a Raven, he could have just sent a rider or 2 out to get the Dragonstone and say, hey, here's the situation. We are actually trying to garrison our troops and get them, but I don't know, your man's is a little bit sus. And we just want to make sure that this is actually being done properly in your name. Respectfully, my queen. We bend the knee. But can you come get this motherfucker out of my house, though?
Come on. Even Georgie, look, Georgie is correct. Even Leanna was like, dog, have you checked on our kids?
Right. Look, what, y'all remember that commercial back in the day?
Have you seen
it was the infomercial. It's 11 o'clock at night. Do you know where your children are?
Like, Sir, any of your kids.
Lauren, you probably don't get that because I'm sure it only aired in the US.
I'm gonna say that I had never. I don't think I've really seen the advert, but I know I've heard of that phrase because it's been said over a lot of like Unsolved Mysteries episodes.
Because you gotta find your children. You
just culture.
And they were big in the 80s and 90s.
Yep. And like I understand that. I think there was something similar in the UK as well. because we also used to run Riot. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, real quick before we continue on, let me see what Sydney is saying here. And hello, my lady. Thank you for coming to join us again. Team Black should have thought about Dragon Season, who could ride Vermithor and Silverwing before Viserys died. It's not like they didn't know Aemon had Baker. Yeah, actually. I agree 100% with that. I mean, again, it's another one of those fumbles that you do absolutely have to call out on Rhaenyra's part. Because one, again, bitch, you shouldn't have left. We love you, but you should have stayed at King's Landing right there in Allison's big ass face.
We love you, but you should have stayed.
I'd have been right next to my dad. My daddy's dying.
I am right there in the room.
Give me a chair and a pillow. I'm linked back. Give me the one that.
Oh wait,
give me that chair.
Pops used to really love his Lego set. You know what? We gonna pull that into his room, and I'ma just be doing that for like the next month or so, however long he got, just to make sure y'all ain't on some fuckery.
Oh my god,
that's it. Yeah, like Team Green honestly is just exhausting on so many levels.
Just every time they cut to the scene with Team Green, I just roll my eyes so hard.
I just
Allison has
in the council room when Aemon takes the seat. I really wanted her to pick up that ball and
throw it at his fucking face.
Hold on.
Yeah, grab the thing, walk over, and smash the fucking shit out of him. Just absolutely.
You know what? That was reminiscent of. That was very reminiscent of Kill Bill Part 1, when Oren Ishii took over the Yakuza and like all of the bosses in Japan, and one motherfucker thought that he was slick speaking up because she's half Japanese, half Chinese. Sir, let me tell you who the fuck I am, bitch. I am Oren Ishii. If you got an issue with something I need y'all to do, come and chat with me. Cool, we can work it out. I'm a reasonable person. But if you really try to pull up this half-breed bullshit on me again, I will take your fucking head. And she did that shit in quick fashion.
It's a straight rule, right? Didn't mess with anybody that's double Asian.
Yeah.
Just didn't. Like you're asking for fucking trouble.
I'm saying, look, and I respect their brand of petty. I know a lot of those folks, and I love them.
I very much enjoy it. I think that might have been my favorite scene out of the entire episode because Allison really had thought in y'all.
It was a great scene.
She stood up and was like, okay, because I have done it before with my husband and I have the experience, I should be the one who is queen regent, while my son is healing. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, that is such an amazing idea. However, we have an heir.
We have an heir. You know what? Okay.
However you are a woman.
In this chair. And look, girl, I made a rhyme.
Here's one thing that I did not actually think about until earlier in my rewatch. They're doing all this to get the second son now to take the lead. And we've all seen the parallels. We've all said, no, in another universe, Daemon would absolutely have Aemon as his Padawan. Aemon idolizes this man. We've been seeing this since season 1. And now he literally is going around in that same persona as the second son, who is now really coming into his own and his maturity and knowledge. And he's like, okay, nah, I could run this shit a whole lot fucking better.
Maturity.
Thank you.
He still needs to get a little bit more of it because he is sometimes a kid lashing out. And I don't blame him because PTSD don't go away quickly, and the pink dread still looms over him.
I'll be alright with that. You upset about a pink pig, and you're not worried about your eye getting cut out. I'm mad the pink pig not worried about your eye getting cut out.
Exactly.
The pink pig, you had your whole eye removed, and you were like, "Yeah, I got a dragon." But you thinking about how to disrespect you to that pink pig makes you upset. But you got one eye. If I tell you to look to the right, you have to turn your whole head. Like, what is wrong with you?
Look, that part right there, Amy. What do dragons eat anyway? Whatever the fuck they want.
That's true, and that's what they're gonna have to do at this point.
Thank you.
They're gonna have to do that at this point. But I just really enjoyed the fact that nobody had her back, and it was a slow realization that nobody had her back. The first person was like, Laris was like, "Oh, that's an excellent idea to have him," because
Oh my god.
No.
And then she looked at Cole, and Cole was just like, "Well, we've got to." I'm like, "Sir, nut up. You knew you were going to make this decision. You knew you put yourself in a position that you were uncomfortable. I think if he wasn't so scared and like PTSD from the dragons, he might have said something. But he's like, at this point, the dragons is out. I saw people getting melt together. The king is all in one piece. Like he's melted together with his armor. Like what are we talking about? What are we talking about right now? We need somebody.
He's having like his second, or I mean, I guess you could say third identity crisis.
Good.
Right now. And I'm here for it. You deserve to be going through this bullshit because you're a cunt and you've been doing very cunty things for quite some time, and the people are done with it. But you know, this whole thing, I love this scene because Alicent, literally, we just saw in real time, she just lost both of the subscribers that she had to the only account.
Okay, you had Laris for the only.
It's a wrap. You expected both of them to still back you when you have been not taking care of your end of the bargain. You're not giving them that content. Laris ain't getting his toes. Okay. And it seems like Crispy ain't getting no more rides. So what? I mean, you're not bringing nothing to the table.
And then to me, on top of all of that, why would she even think they would put her in a place that they didn't want Rhaenyra to be?
Right. Because they're don't want Rhaenyra. Like, come on,
and Auntie Nisi tried to school her on this shit last season. Clearly, Rhaenyra is the one that took the lessons and said, "Okay, you know what? You right. Come over here and tell me some more shit, please, Auntie. Thanks."
Alicent,
this bitch right here, she don't know how to listen.
Why would she listen to her? Because at the time she had Otto, and Otto was the person who was backing because he was the hand. As long as he's the hand, she had the power in the court. That's what it was. But once he left, she realized that she is nothing without a man by her side.
Yeah. I think it was only a semblance of power that Otto allowed her to feel, honestly.
Because it was really like, well, you better do what I say. And they're like, why we gotta do what you say? She'd be like, because my daddy will, okay, fine. But now your dad's not there. So they gotta listen to you, girl. And just
at all.
Slow zoom in.
They literally called her.
You better slow zoom in on her panic.
To her face, the Queen Dowager. You know what that means, Alicent? They ain't got no more hollow for you.
No, it means you're
done.
Useless.
She shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Useless. Like, again, to bring it back to that quote, their long laid plans. You were never part of the plan. It's just a little absurd how to do it. Yo, Peter, what's going on?
For nothing.
Hey, Peter.
Literally, she did it all for nothing.
Absolutely. And Auntie Nisi tried to warn her about that shit, but
no, but she had it well in hand. She had her plan.
Who the fuck is Alicent? Yeah,
was following her.
She thought
it's real.
Can't give advice to people like that.
You can't because they already know.
Right.
They know what's going on. Why do I have to listen to you when I know? It's like when I was trying to teach my goddaughter math. And I'm looking at the problem, and I'm like, that's wrong. Well, no, it's not. Okay. Well, because I did this, and it came up this answer, so it's clearly the right answer. Go ahead and put it in the thing. And she put it in there, it's wrong. Oh my God, it's wrong. I know, I told you. I told you it was wrong.
Yep.
Now you got to figure it out, because I'm not helping you anymore, because you already knew, so you got to figure out what you did wrong. Be blessed.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's it. Okay, dragons are hungry. Criminals disappear. You know what? I would not put that past them. Right, whoever doesn't get sentenced to the wall, then you get sentenced to be dragon food.
I was like, I swear they're gonna start pulling people out of King's Landing for some dragon food.
At this point, people in King's Landing are dying, so they're gonna be like, where are we gonna put these bodies?
They're already dying.
In that stomach.
Nobody there is no census.
You want this?
There's no census. No one's gonna miss any of these people because they're not gonna be able to send no ravens out for help to their families that might be outside King's Landing.
It's like
say that again, Luke.
It's a majority of people in King's Landing are trash anyway.
Listen.
Facts.
You're not mad. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Again, to quote the Queen of Thorns, when she was on her way to King's Landing, she rolled that window down. I could smell the shit from here. Ugh.
Exactly, girl. She was like, "Oh my God, girl. Put the
nasty."
But that's supposed to be the capital city of the realm, and it smells like shit, and the streets is nasty.
Yeah. But since we're in the castle right now, the way they did Aegon's body, listen, the effects were affecting. I was like, oh, it's juicy.
Okay.
Oh no.
Just
And it was lost on me that the way they were taking the Conqueror's armor off him was like scaling descaling a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was
literally taking dragon scales off a dragon.
Oh.
That's
Like,
pretty much
and that's
his skin was
that's a really
bad.
good.
I know
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I know.
No, it had to stink because if you're around any type of festering wound at any given time, not only will you likely find maggots growing and eating around that wound, technically it actually does help if maggots do that. They're and you don't have to believe me. Go look it up.
Maggots.
Right, I know. My mommy been in healthcare for a long time. I know what I'm talking about right there. So for all of this shit coming through, oh shit! Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Hold on. No. Hold on. Pause.
Hey. Hi,
Professor Diligence has entered the chat.
Hi, y'all.
Hi, my love.
I'm sorry. I'm here. I'm sorry.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Also, real quick, let me jump back over to the chat because I saw a new name. Marissa Fields, hello and welcome. Appreciate you being here. And yes, he locked that shit down quickly.
Alinda got in. We love Alinda.
Whose mic is loud? Is it?
I mean, the fact as well that he had probably been in that armor, like cooked and rotting for like a good couple of days.
Yeah.
Traveling back.
Yeah.
Like, did y'all not think to snatch a maester from the castle y'all just took to try to help along the way? Because they were literally peeling that armor off scale by scale. Again, that was a great reference. That like it's taking dragon scales off, but they had to take the armor apart. They cut him out of that. There was no way, and that whole like 5 layers of skin at the very least are gone in most parts. Like it's just ugh.
You know what?
And I didn't notice until earlier. Hold on, real quick. I didn't notice that in there while Alicent is doing that bullshit, trying to question the maester breathing down his neck. First of all, bitch, back up, let this man work. But over to the side, there's 2 silent sisters just waiting there, just in case he dies and they need to start preparing the body right away.
They got bills to pay. Okay, they were ready to take them out.
It also is a very good mirror image of the series. The way his face rotted out, and it's the exact same kind of dimension. He's like Aegon's got like one side of his face that's all clear, and the rest of it's all rotted out.
He looked like his daddy.
Yeah,
you are your daddy's son.
That's crazy. Yes. I mean, yeah. You say it's fluffy. I'm gonna. We are not happy about the fluffy, fuzzy vegetables. Sorry, stop that right now.
Or this, or my dragon. It could be both.
Oh, are you talking about? Okay, if you're talking about the dragon, then yes, it does look fluffy.
It's very
drop your mic a tiny bit? Because I just jumped into the stream. It's like louder than all of ours.
Oh, hot bloody damn.
Yeah, just like a little. Yeah, that's why I was muting everything. I was muting. I was like, let me just hear how. Oh yes,
it's a little tad bit.
Is that any better? Testing,
yes.
Testing. Okay, cool. Thank you for that. Yeah, again, y'all. I don't know why. It seems like StreamYard and YouTube only want me to be on camera like once a week, because y'all saw last night when I'm doing the live reactions and then the after show, I could be fine and the sound is great. But then I start trying to do that on a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday when I'm streaming, and it just never works out. So they put me on a quota.
Okay. Well,
I say, look, I didn't hear you.
To say.
It's just YouTube. Yep. The girl they pick and choose. Okay.
It is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's facts.
Sometimes my mic be crazy.
Lady D, do you have first and foremost, welcome to the chat, ma'am. I'm so glad you were able to make it. Do you have any There Be the Dragons for this episode? And also your thoughts, please.
For Darby the Dragon, I gotta give the biggest Darby the Dragon, and I mean, well, it's I hate to do it, but it is what it is. I gotta give the biggest Darby the Dragon to Aemon. for sitting at that table completely quiet, waiting to unleash the fire on whoever decided to not say that, that he should be sitting on the throne as regent.
Oh, he didn't have to say a damn word.
He didn't. He was
no. All he did was just sit there with a smirk on his face for most of this episode, just waiting for people, right? Serving all of the face. You know, literally, I want to jump in the screen and do a snap. You know, 3 snaps up in the Z formation. Okay, if you don't know, I'm not going to explain that.
He was it. Like I was just sitting there, like, okay, look at Aemon sitting there looking like everybody mama. Like I wish you would. Like he just he didn't even try. So,
it's like that meme that we get during Thanksgiving where they show one auntie like sitting on the couch holding a cup of tea or like just crouching down a little bit in the backyard, you know, when auntie brings her famous potato salad to the cookout and she looking proud as shit. Yeah,
very proud.
She don't gotta say nothing.
He didn't have to say anything. And I've got questions like, I see Chris, I know why Crispy isn't saying anything. You scared. Like, you have realized what this is and you scared now. Laris, I don't know why you haven't said anything, but maybe you worked it out with Aemon because, you know, y'all do that on the side, whatever. Maybe we'll see that. But
he ain't been getting them toes on time.
The way everybody fell in line, it was just like, yeah, y'all better. You know, so I gotta give Aemon the Darby, the biggest Darby the Dragon. The second Darby the Dragon would go to Jace, who decided to on his own go ahead and treat with the twins because the Freys have been shisty and shady from time in like, forever. Like, which y'all, it's a double crossing. Like that is the whole thing with the Freys. Like y'all been like that. So it's like, okay, kudos to you for going out there and brokering that Darby the Dragon. When they were like, oh, we're afraid of Vhagar. He was like, oh, y'all afraid of getting burnt by Dragar when I'm sitting here right here with my dragon. Do you want to try it?
Okay, Vermax out there parked.
Wait, you saw how they looked at each other real quick, like, well, I mean, okay, so hypothetically speaking, like, if you could give us this one thing, then, I mean, we could probably go ahead and bend the knee like that. I mean, you know, this room here, hold on, slow your roll.
But it's so far from where they are. Like, how are you supposed to control both?
They've always wanted, I think the whole thing with that is that they've always wanted both. And so this is illustrative and showing us this is the Freys have always wanted both.
Can I
because
just say
they came up as nothingness, right? Like they were shepherds, or there was something very like something that nobody cared about before they decided to raise the twins. And so they have that stain of new money on them, even though it's been at this point a couple, you know, it's been a minute since you were that, and then even in our current story, it's been a long, you know, a couple 100 years or 100+ years since you've been that, but you have that new money stain on you. So they've always wanted that stamp of like, you know, we're one of the great houses of Westeros, and I think Harrenhal is what they see as.
That's what they see as greatness. Here's a quick thought, real quick, Lauren, and then I'll let you jump in. When it comes to this, you know, the Freys have been trying to up jump for a long damn time, and we thought, you know, in Dunk and Egg when Dunk met Snotty Nose young Walder Frey, that it was crazy. But now you come back to these fools, and no, they've been doing this shit since forever. Why? Lauren?
Oh, sorry. I gotta start.
Are you unmuted?
I was just gonna say that they, like, out of all the Freys that we've ever seen, they're dressed quite nicely. I'm not gonna lie. Like there's a very nice kind of outfits going on. They're not too much, but not too little.
Wardrobe.
They were somewhat personable.
Yeah, I mean, I can deal with it. They were much more than fucking shit for brains. Fuck this fucking slimy ass name again.
It ain't worth remembering.
No, it's not. It's not. It really isn't. Cunty face got his throat slit by Arya. That's the one. Cunty face. Yeah, these ones seem quite nicer, but that remains to be seen because when I heard that Jace was gonna go to the twins, I was like, no, don't go near the Freys. Don't go by yourself.
Wait, hold on. Before you go past that, because I feel like that might be on the list already for There Be a Dragon. Lady D, please continue.
Oh, okay. With the There Be the Dragons?
Yes, please.
So I just thought that was interesting. There you go. You get a There Be the Dragon there, Jace, for holding your own. And then my last There Be the Dragon, because I'm angry with Daemon, and yeah. And I'm kind of angry with Rhaenyra too, because like the Rhaenyra that we get in the books, like, y'all calling us her Maegor with teats, and the Rhaenyra that I'm seeing is literally just trying to be like the world's best diplomat, and she's just frustrated and basically locked in her own castle because her council don't want her to do anything, and she's not. I'm like, there's a lot there, but anyway, my last There Be the Dragon is gonna go to Baela. Yes, I should give Rhaena one, right? Because she did pop off a little at Jane Eyre. I'll give her that one. But then Jane slapped her right back and was like, your grandmama dead, ho. So that was
let me ask you a question on that. Do you think that's the first time that she heard about Anthony? Because I think that's how the news was broke to her. And that's really fucked up for her to even Jane to even do it like that.
Yeah, she did it on purpose.
Jane Eyre did that on exactly. She did that entirely on purpose. Like she was I'd love to give Rhaena a There Be the Dragon, but the whole thing with being There Be the Dragon is that you shut it down, and you didn't necessarily shut it.
She almost did. It was
a little raw. Yeah, it was a little raw, but then Jane Eyre was like, shut up, ho, your grandmama dead. And it was like,
backhand her. I said, hold on.
She did cut back. And again, you don't have to like the player, but you got to respect the game.
Yeah.
And Lady Jin did play her cards pretty well right there. But again, I do agree that is still a bit of a There Be the Dragon for Rhaena, because she did weather that storm as best she could.
But as soon as Jane left that room, you saw her face like she was ready to cry.
Yes.
Like,
I was,
oh my God,
and she can't go to anyone to get any type of comfort for that in the area. No one's gonna understand that except maybe the young boy that she's dropping off there. But it doesn't seem like she's able to even go and speak to him right now.
She seems to just be. She's essentially a hostage. Like that is what it is. She's what it is. Because Jane Eyre was like, "Yo, don't get snippy with me," when like the whole reason why you got some place to sleep and something to eat is because of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So again, I would love to give you a There Be the Dragon, Rhaena. I see you out there trying with your raw, but
half a point,
Baela, baby.
It's like I can feel it. I can feel it.
Right. Half a point, but for real, that absolutely goes to Baela.
Yeah, it goes to Baela. Baela going to Granddad, and Granddad basically, being in his cups, and you got every right to be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
blame him.
You didn't just lose Rhaenys. Like, you look back on it and be like, damn it, House Targaryen. Like, you took my daughter, you took my son, technically. You know what I'm saying? You took my wife. Like, I have nothing. Even the heir that y'all gave me
is gone.
That is not even my actual grandson. Y'all, that he gone to, like, it just does not end. Like, come on. I got one granddaughter, ship the other one across the realm. Like, he has no ties, no connection, no family, except for his bastards, which, we'll get into later. No spoilers. But he's out here on an island, pun intended, alone. Essentially. And so he's really feeling it. And that's some poor man. Like, he just pouring up the liquor and being sad. And so Baela comes over there with the hand of the dragon pin and is basically trying to cheer him up in a way like, yo, I wish I had been in the Hall of Nine when it was really popping and things like this. And you were basically the envy of the realm because you did this, and this. If everybody only knew that it was for my grandma.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that you loved her and I understand what things are right now, but we got to move on. Right. And he's like, oh, even in death, like, Muggs ain't happy. She's basically like, yo, grandpa, shut the hell up, son. Like, here's the reality.
Facts. That's facts.
We're in a war right now, and your wife wasn't just your wife; she was Princess Rhaenys Targaryen in a war. She's a dragon rider in a war.
And I like a dragon rider.
Warring dragon lord. She went out like a G. So you need to be happy that she went out like a G, because that's what she wanted to do. And you know who you were in love with. You were in love with a woman who did what she wanted to do. If you didn't marry some pansy, you married Rhaenys Targaryen, the queen that never was, in case you don't remember. And she,
right.
Like her daughter.
Go ahead, B. My bad.
She went out with her daughter, who was also a dragon rider and who was also my mother, and that's the way I want to go out. Why? Because all of these women were dragon riders, and all of these women are fire and blood.
Facts.
She wasn't salt and sea, granddaddy, and I'm not salt and sea. She fire and blood. So take this damn pen and shut the hell up.
Exactly.
100%. And that thing, that whole like that, all of that Baela let loose right there. I mean, first the little bit we got when she was talking to Jace, because again, baby know her man. She saw that look on his face, and she tried already immediately to curb that shit. Again, let's remember, she was Auntie Nisi's Padawan. Okay, so now we get to this point, and Auntie Nisi had already talked to him about making one of the girls heir, but after this dire thing has happened, and he does it, and Baela just in proper fucking fashion just turns around like, nah, bro, I'm good. I got something already.
No, but here's the thing about that, right? Like, I look at it and I'm like, yo, Baela understands the game that Corlys is obviously forgetting.
Yeah.
Because Corlys used to understand the game. You used to understand that as long as you had somebody with that last name Velaryon, right, you went on. That's why you was okay with the bastard boy. You was like, fine, we'll marry him to somebody that actually has our blood. It'll be fine. Like, that was your thought process, right? You are now trying to you are now trying to give away Driftmark to House Targaryen. Remember, Baela is engaged to Jace.
Yep.
Right.
She's
it's only Rhaena.
A Targaryen. So if you give away, at this point, if you give away Driftmark, it's not like you're gonna have somebody just living in Driftmark. They're next in line for the throne. You are effectively just tossing Driftmark away. Where is the legacy? Rhaena isn't going to be there with Luke anymore, right? You named him Velaryon, and that's what it would have been. You know what I'm saying? Y'all would have still had House Velaryon. No, that's gone. That is gone now. So what she is saying is, granddad, I am blood and fire, not just blood and fire in action, because she is blood and fire in action. We see how baby girl moves, but blood in action and what would be name. I am a Targaryen. My dad was a Targaryen. That is my last name. 1 and 2. I'm literally next up on the throne. Ain't nobody gonna be here. Ain't nobody finna be on Driftmark. Ain't nobody finna be on High Tide. Not from us. You need somebody that's salt and sea who can continue the legacy. She has a mind. Like, bruh, this is not. Now, granted, we know it ultimately ends up happening there, which, kudos there. No.
Yeah, well, we gonna save that. We're gonna save that for the spoiler chat on Saturday.
But it's almost like he is so done. Upset that he has
done. He's gotta give it up. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. 2 tears in the bucket.
Fuck it. Right. And he's forgetting how to play the game. No, bro, you cannot just give Driftmark to House Targaryen, because that's essentially what you would be doing. You cannot give Driftmark to House the Sea Stones. You cannot give that to House Targaryen, and that's basically what you're doing. Now,
Rhaenys gave him I think she gave him 2 options. Is Rhaena or Joffrey, and that's it. There's no other heirs except those 2.
Yeah.
I mean, well, technically, to comment on what Auntie Nisi was talking about last episode, I believe it was, you could have had some other heirs on deck if you would have just brought them home. And again, let's remember the type of relationship these two had. They were in there 100%. Look, when I move, you move. just like that. Okay, even down to the people that they allowed into their beds. They was on that shit, still a solid unit. But now you really flaking over this nonsense, Uncle C?
And she's like, "This is stupid. This is wasting my time.
Word?
This is dumb." I can just see her being like, "This is
grieve.
This is ridiculous."
He has to grieve, yes. But there's a certain time, like, yes, you need to grieve, but you need to get to the point where it's like Rhaenyra did. She had to grieve. She had to take her time. But then she got to it. It's exactly what Corlys he has to do, which he will.
I'm not mad at it.
Absolutely not. You needed to grieve.
Lady D, were you done with the There Be the Dragons?
Or did you have nope, that is it. I'm done with the Derby the Dragons. I just the biggest two are gonna go to and I can't figure out which one is better, to be honest with you, because Aemon didn't even say anything, but it was hilarious. And Baela spoke on the sea snake, like the sea snake who walked into last week's small council meeting
and shut
like
down.
wanted to bust ahead. Like this young girl was basically like, "Granddad, like suck it up." Like
she had a lot of scenes in episode 2.
Right.
You know,
we are at war, Paw. We're at war. I understand. I'm feeling the same thing you are. Like, let's remember, this episode started the same way for 2 different people. We saw Uncle C mourning very hard, and then we cut to our queen mourning very hard for that same lady, because they know that she will be the ultimate thing that is missed in the rest of this war journey.
Like, it was obviously wasn't official, but you know, she was Rhaenyra's hand.
Come on,
she was always there.
She absolutely was. And honestly, I feel like
it's rude.
I feel like, you know, that conversation that Rhaenyra had with Baela, where she straight up said, like, you know, like, I know you were under Auntie Nisi's tutelage, like, and I don't have her anymore, so I feel like I do need to lean on you. And yeah, actually, that's a sound move, because everything that you could have gotten from Auntie Nisi, that is there in your future daughter-in-law.
Hey, Fandom.
Oh, his daughter.
Hello, Matt.
Or it may stepdaughter slash daughter-in-law. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. But yeah, for sure. And I love how that interaction there worked out. I do feel though that when she said, "Here, give this to your grandsire," you just said that you need to lean on this girl. You've already trusted her with missions.
She ain't got the experience for it.
I think
they not listen to her.
Okay, you know what? No. You're right.
They not gonna listen to her at the council. They're gonna be like, "Ooh, look at this little girl."
Yeah.
That's so great.
You're right.
Here,
we still get that son. She will snap.
Like, go somewhere.
Right. Okay. Hold on. Let me jump back over to the chat for a little bit here. Chris H. Welcome, bruv. Thanks for always coming through. Said, you know, what doesn't make sense to me is why at the Dragon Pit and at Dragonstone, the monarchy doesn't have their own mass formed livestock to feed these dragons. You know, lords have their own livestock, and that's true. But again, where are you going to find enough livestock in abundance to feed them every day? That's the problem. Those baby calves don't grow a year a minute. It's still hard to gather that many animals. So yeah, you got to supplement that with people.
Well, plus, you know, the livestock, you know, they need their own food too. We got all these mouths to feed.
Yeah, the livestock need to eat too.
Very true. Yeah, very true. It's crazy. So yeah, that's basically where it is with that. B, then let me jump over to Meeks, and then I'll jump back to you. Meeksy, give us some points that you liked in this episode, or just anything random you want to chat about that we should dissect.
The fact that, this is also kind of, I'm just not mentioning this, but I don't know how much of this we're gonna be able to talk about because it pushes into the spoiler territory. But the fact that baby girl Helaena was behind Aemon and she was like, "So dog, was it worth it?"
You're right, Daemon. Yo, the only time we saw Aemon look any type of different, the whole episode, he was sitting there off to the side with a little half smirk on his face and everything. But then when Helaena comes out, bruv, was it worth it? This motherfucker, he looked just as shook as Varys did when Kinvara brought that shit to him in the original series.
Fonda, you say that you don't care about the spoilers. You do.
Oh wait, hold on, whoa.
Oh, you definitely do.
I say
wait, hold on. Because in here?
Yes, you missed it. She's been here for like 3-4 minutes.
You know how these chats go on StreamYard.
I literally said, "Hey, Fonda. Hey, Lamat," because they came in around the same time.
Well, I did not hear that. My apologies. Hey, Lamat. Because what's good, girl? You know I love you.
Because I'm like, if you really don't care about the spoilers, because we're talking about like not like what's coming up next, but like at the end. That's a while ago. That's what we talked about a while ago.
Okay. Okay. ACC. Do y'all still think that I'm too loud?
Because this is a while ago. If you scroll down, you'll see he'll do the heart.
That was
that was a while ago. That's why I told you like to tweak it a bit.
Awesome. Sorry about that, y'all. You know, for the new folks coming in, just YouTube and StreamYard be hating on me. They don't want me to be great, so they only allow me to actually be on screen and have the sound and everything work perfectly once a week, which is usually just to watch along and after show. So I'm not trying to hide. I promise. I just can't because it'll fuck everything up.
So Fonda, if you really don't care about
what
these
the
spoilers,
on Saturday.
On Saturday. I mean, we're not just talking about like spoilers for the next couple of events. We're talking about the end and character like switches and changes and how that's going to affect on down the line past the House
Lady
of the Dragon.
CC, hey girl.
Spoilers.
Okay.
King Cash, what up, bro? Don't mind me in the background for y'all continue. I just want to make sure I acknowledge all of our folks.
So just the fact that she slid up on him and she was like, okay, so was it worth it? It just lets it clues me in to something that could happen that is different from the written text regarding her future.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
that's the perfect way to put it.
What'd you say, Lauren?
Oh no, that's too much of a spoiler. I can't even see that.
I know. I wish I had your camera on.
Yeah.
I'm looking at me. We look at each other.
Right. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay.
The epitome of the youngest child, right? She's the epitome of the youngest child in the three, and that's what I'm gonna say. And you know what I'm talking about. She has that creepy but very nice, kind of innocent air, and knowing. She's the youngest child that just has that in her bones, and I can't even say what I finished what I was going to say, but I'm glad.
Check the private chat,
Daemon.
Right. Yeah, I see. Yep.
And I love how short. I think that scene is so well done because it's very quick too. It's not too long. It got straight to the point to where she spawned behind him. Like we did not even see her walk. She spawned.
Yeah.
And then she said a couple words, and he didn't say a damn thing.
And we didn't see her for the rest of the episode. We haven't seen her in a while.
Well, the only time we saw her in this episode was when she saw the box. With her husband,
at the beginning, she was looking at him like, "Damn, that's my dick in a box."
Okay.
That's barely a
Starfall.
A burnt sausage. It's a burnt dragon.
Damn it. That's going to be stuck in my head all damn night, Meeks.
You're welcome.
He's got an earworm now.
Oh, shit.
I've got a better one. Did somebody order some Chinese food?
Listen, and I'm like, y'all don't see that box? Nobody was asking what's in the box. I had a 7 reference for what's in the box.
Okay. I was expecting someone to knock it over. Could you imagine?
And the way that they were on top of the I don't know what the things is called, the top of the castle looking down. And Allison was looking at Aemon, and Aemon was like,
right. Aemon was sitting there smirking. Allison looked at him
the
like
dagger, and she looked down and was like,
she plucked that dagger so fast.
Yep.
Like, oh, okay, I see. Got it.
This is when you choose Allison to actually start really being on the espionage, huh? Just like Cersei, you put your eggs in the wrong damn basket.
Listen.
Annoying. All right, so who is next up? Lady D, do you have any other thoughts? Things that you liked or disliked about the episode, where you think something might be going?
Is she there at the moment?
Yes, I'm here. I'm trying to I gotta multitask.
No, you good. You good.
I'm come on, multitask.
As far as like where I think stuff is going, I mean, we read the books and Fire and Blood, right? Like we read all, so you kind of know where things are going.
So
I appreciate the differences in in the show versus like what we were told.
The baby agrees.
Yeah.
One thing that sticks out like a whole bunch is.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry.
Stop talking over her.
Hi, Tiny Human. Like, can you let the Tiny Human say hi to us, please?
I know she did that, and
we hear you, boo boo. I know we on your side. We on your side, girl.
She was talking about the show, and she was like, and then she had said something.
Come back to me, AK. Come back.
All right, I got you. Look, I don't know if Daphne is still in the chat, but like she could tell you when Tanisha's daughter was tiny, because my cousin also, but I'm also her godmommy. Whenever I would go over to the house and like pick her up and she'd be crying, I'm like, okay, who did it to the baby? All right, no, who hurt you? This girl would literally start going off into the random baby speak, telling all the business. I just didn't understand what she was saying because I don't know baby, so
they do that.
Listen, she was like, did you see Alys? But did you see Alys? That's what she was crying.
Okay. Girl, she already Team Black. I know that's right.
You damn right. You damn right.
Born Team Black.
She was one. Look,
God.
Always bet on black.
The last one used to go to sleep to Reigns of Castamere. Like
I forgot you told us
that. Yeah.
Wow, that's diabolical.
We play Reigns of Castamere, and she.
Now that's how
like,
you raise a child. Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. Look, firstborn, offspring of Lady D is gonna be in here wrecking the shop. I guarantee it. I already see her future of greatness.
Yeah, she's an interesting one. That one.
Indeed, it is. Because again, future planning. If you wanna come through for the finale, let me know so I can hold the spot for you.
So don't mind me.
I will do my best to try.
Everybody have a fan.
Yes, I hope you can make it as well.
The fans.
So as far as the things that I like what I like, I really enjoy the fact that Jace is the reason why we're gonna go after the seeds.
Yes, I love that. Baby boy said, I am tired of being cooped up. It's humiliating. I am the heir. I need to make sure I am actively seen and doing the work to make sure everyone knows I support my mama and my claim. Both. I can't sit here stuck in the middle. And again, right? It's another there be the dragon moment for Baela. Because she saw what was on his face as soon as he walked in the room, and she stopped from what she was doing, put the hand up like, baby, talk to me. What? Where you think you going?
Okay.
And if you watch my reaction the whole time, I was saying, look, Baela, baby, get in his head, please. Wrangle your mans, because he on some fuck shit. I understand why he feels how he feels, but you need to be safe. Go ahead, Lady D. I heard you starting to say something.
I really like going back to Helaena. The whole was it worth it thing. I'm enjoying this because I feel like now since her son died, like this is the first time we're seeing her be confident and comfortable in the fact that she sees shit.
And
she's not sitting there looking crazy, nothing like that. She just popped up on them like,
it's every cent you stand, I eat it up.
Was it worth it?
Right, she's no longer that little girl. Right, she's no longer that little girl sitting on the steps sewing in her little weaving kit. He'll have to close an eye. No, she is coming right at your throat like, bitch, was it worth it though?
That's why I think what I put in the private chat will make more sense, because at this point she might just be like, so you're doing something stupid again?
Yeah.
Get out of here. And he's like, hey, so before you do that stupid thing, maybe you should think about not doing that. And then she's gonna disappear again. It's gonna get on his nerves, I think, because she's not at this point. She's got nothing else to do. She knows what's gonna happen. If she can't convince him to switch, she always like, okay, well here it is. It is what it is. I'm just gonna sit here and be like this is the stupid thing that you're doing. And just
Right.
be off in the cut.
Helaena is just Team Black at this point.
She really is.
But
Yeah.
she's just on the wrong side.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we saw that in her. The very first notes of it was at that dinner where Jace pulled her up and they were sitting and dancing, having a good time. And then Baela ain't tripping because she know, yeah, that's her man, but that's because of Helaena though. That's the homie.
Yeah, like who cares?
You're not mad.
Okay.
And then you start cutting to everything else that she's been seeing and saying, like, for this whole season. She already knows what's coming. She knew what was going to happen. I think she sees not just specifically the future, but she sees also the choices that could be made. And that's where, that's trying to figure out where it goes. That's how she's making her moves. I think she can see like maybe the probability percentage of something that's the most likely, because from what we've seen, or for me, maybe others might not feel that way, but from what I've seen, she looks like she's a pretty good judge of character. And I think even seeing those different timelines, like the Loki split in realities, I think she can see which one is the most likely to happen. But then if something skews or switches just slightly, diverts from it, it's almost like the butterfly effect. And she has to go and check that out and investigate. Hey, was that worth what you just did? Like, stuff could have gone another way, but you did what you did. So this is the path we're on now. Was it worth it? And Aemon looked fucking shook.
He did.
Yes, he did. And I
love seeing it.
When her son died, we saw her in green still. She was still in the green, and now she's in black. And so it's like, did you see Team Black?
Wait, was she in black?
Yes, she wore
she
black.
was.
Green. And this is the first time we've seen her in black. She wasn't in
that's what I was gonna say. I don't think we've seen her in green since the funeral.
Yes, she has. She was in green
Has
after the funeral. When she showed up to her when she showed up in her mom's or wherever, when her and Allison were talking, and she was like, I forgive you. She was like, I forgive you, or whatever. She was in green. And now we see her in black. And it's like,
okay, wait, hold on. Just real quick. Lauren, are you saying you got to bounce, baby?
Oh, no. We're talking about the spoiler.
Okay. I was just making sure. I was just making sure. Y'all know I was trying to get everybody's comments. If you had to go, I was going to ask you to just give like your final thoughts. But cool. Okay.
I'd actually, on a side note, I do need to go pee, so I will be back in a second.
Okay? We will be here when you get back, and don't forget to wash your hands.
Did you see that, Lady D?
Yeah. So it's like, did
in the private chat?
Did she? Yeah, I did see that. Did you?
That's
did you switch alliances, or are you in mourning for something else? Right? Because like, who knows? The baby might have theories to share. Y'all don't know.
Look, I mean, her mama is literally the Black Wildling professor of it all. So
we was watching the show and I seen something and Mama's not getting to it fast enough. Let me get to
that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Look, okay. See, from the heritage, Lady D has the same heritage that I do. Just she was on a different island from me. That's it. So yeah, I fully and firmly believe Baby might have just been trying to tell us something.
And I wasn't saying it, so she just got angry.
Right. She was like, "Hey, y'all gonna hear me today." Damn it!
These theories. Tinfoil.
The baby has
spoilers. Dar be the baby.
Dar be the baby. Look, don't tell me. Okay, see, I'm about to make that a banner right now. Continue the conversation.
So it's interesting that she's in black, and it's like, what are you mourning? Did you see Aegon go down in one of your dreams, and were you just ready for him to be dead? And so you was here like, all right, I got in the black, but that would be interesting because you didn't wear black for your dad, you didn't wear black for your son. So what's that about? Did you shift allegiances or alliances? Were you out at night trying to blend in? Like, what is with the black? I got questions.
So what scene is she wearing black in specifically that you're talking about?
When she rolls up on Aemon. Yeah.
Near the end.
I think it's still green. I have it on my phone.
That's what I was looking for too.
It's still green. It's just dark. It's really dark. It's also a dark room.
Okay, Luke, are you on your PC looking at that or on your phone?
I'm on my phone.
Okay, damn.
I'm trying to find it in.
It's like the darkest of greens, and then in the middle of her dress, it's a little a lighter green. But you can see that.
Okay, if you have the capability, take a copy of that link and put it in our private chat. So Meeks can find it and then we can share. So
if it is green, I rest my case. But if it's not, I got questions on why you would switch to black.
Okay,
right?
If it really is black, I'm here for it.
She didn't wear black at any other time.
Okay, look. Lady D, Haymaker has a question for you, ma'am. I mean, I don't know. Lady D, the Black Wildling is of the true north beyond the wall. I don't know that she would have a dragon egg.
Did I give the baby a dragon egg? I didn't have a dragon egg, and if I did have a dragon egg, I didn't steal it from Winterfell. I don't know.
Okay, yo.
I don't know nothing about dragon eggs.
Put an asterisk in that line right there.
I don't know nothing about no dragon. Black Wildling don't know nothing about no dragon egg.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to say there.
I mean, I feel like Black Wildling be rolling north of the wall. Just free ranging, warging, and skin changing like 6 skins. But okay.
Yeah,
I believe that. You say you don't have no dragons. And yes, Jackie, Luke from the chat. That is who has joined us this evening. Indeed.
It's black.
Now I'm
it's the same dress she has on earlier. It's
black.
black.
It's black.
It's black. Okay.
Yeah, because I looked at it and I was like, you can't really tell because the whole like scene is dark, but that's the same dress she had on earlier. And you get a close-up shot of it when he's taking when they putting the dick in the box up the stairs and she's in the corner.
Dick in the box.
It's my dick in the box.
Right. So you saw she's in black.
She's in black.
I can't hear that statement and not think of that jingle in my head. And you know what, Amy? I did not put that together, but kudos, because like you know my love of mythology, and yeah, that fits. If y'all don't know what we're talking about, go Google that. You'll get it immediately once you read about Cassandra.
They didn't have to read about Cassandra. That's what her name means.
Oh, it is the same dress.
You know what? Okay, not everybody would know that though. That's
I'm nosy. I Google names.
Okay. Well, okay, you do. Not everyone else does, is what I'm saying. So Helaena and Alicent know what he did. Oh, absolutely. Alicent clocked that shit as soon as she looked at him when they were on the battlements and the box was being brought through the gate.
That's what that's called. It's called a battlement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I was like the box. I'm like the ridge.
Yeah.
The castle.
Okay, random sidebar for anyone that would like to know what the different parts of castles, especially when it comes to wartime, and what how different castles are built for what they're able to do. I would suggest going to Shadiversity, his channel, and he has a whole nice long playlist about castles and what they actually should look like. He did a really great segment on video game castles to see how like war prepared they are too. So shout out to Shad.
I will add to this, like, because I'm Scottish, I've grew up around castles.
Yes, indeed. School us.
There's a whole bunch of castles in the central belt of Scotland, which I'm very familiar with. The two main ones that are pretty good in a battle, that if you wanted to hold a long-term siege, would be Edinburgh Castle and Stirling Castle, because they're both built on deceased volcanoes, especially Edinburgh Castle. It has about 300 degrees of it is sheer cliffs.
Okay, wait, hold on. My queen, let me just interrupt for 1 second. Daynard, I like you, but no, Helaena, aka Madam Web, I feel like that's just disrespectful as fuck. I don't know if y'all have seen Madam Web. Now, Madam Web in the comic, cool, solid character. That bullshit that they tried to give us on screen, don't do that. Helaena has done nothing wrong to deserve that comparison.
I do, but Lauren, before you continue, I do have a question. So
Yes,
they
ma'am.
weren't able to use any of the castles in Scotland for this because they were completely different styles they were looking for, right?
Possibly, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
all the sets, I think.
The castles in Scotland are mostly touristified now. There's a lot of it that has been redone that doesn't have that same age on it. Parts of Stirling Castle, for example, have been sandblasted to clean off certain bits to make it look like where it was. Because there's parts of Stirling Castle that have been built at different times. The same thing, I think this is the same kind of thing with Edinburgh as well. I've personally never been in Edinburgh Castle because that shit's expensive, and Edinburgh's for tourists, right? I like Glasgow better. I'm a Glasgow city girl, but Edinburgh's lovely if you love all that type of thing. If they were going to use a castle in Scotland, it would probably be one of the ones that are more coastal and a bit further out from the central belt because there's less kind of tourist interference, there's less traffic, there's less kind of obviousness that it's in a modern age. There are castles out there that have been kept and have been restored. There's some that are crumbling ruins that are on a degrading coastline. I mean, they could take their pick, and especially down in England or in Ireland as well. They would have any number of chances to make that, but I think they went with different castles from around the world rather than one place. Okay. You know what I mean? Because the Dragonstone looks more like an island that you would see somewhere in Eastern and Europe, proper out somewhere on the coastline of Europe, not in the UK.
I think it is. It's where they shot it.
It definitely is.
I can give one shout out to someone who I know. Her channel, she purposely goes to a lot of these castles, and just to take some video, show folks on around on the tour that she goes on, and that is Lady Sakuna. I don't have the link for her channel of mods. If y'all could look her up, please. It's if you look at the vids, it's a middle-aged Asian woman, and she goes around to all these different castles that have been seen as the models where Game of Thrones came up with some of their castle graphs came from a lot of these castles that she goes to visit. So if you want in-depth information about that, go check out her channel.
There's a comment in the chat from Chris H. But I'm just going to say this just now, right? This is not time for politics. Most people in this chat won't know who that man is. Won't know who that man is, right? But all I have to say is meow, right? And if you know what that reference is to, then you can carry on with that question in your life somewhere else, because not worth it. Hands down,
okay,
not worth it.
I know nothing about that name, but I'm gonna take your word for it.
And that's for
Georgia
Grace. You're absolutely right. A lot of the sandstone bricks are far more in line with down south in the Mediterranean and Spain, things like that. In Scotland, we're more somewhere between a mottled sandstone, granite, and a lot of the darker colors, depending where you are in Scotland. England, you'll find a lot more kind of red brick. You'll find a lot more lighter colors and Stone Age use. So yeah, the north would definitely need a Scottish castle. The English ones are slightly different. I think what's the Lannisters' castle?
Casterly Rock.
Casterly Rock would probably be more in line with an English castle, but it has a lot of Scottish elements with being up on the rock, because that's what Edinburgh Castle's like.
Yeah, I've seen Edinburgh. There are some really cool castles out there in the world, y'all. I very, very much encourage everyone to go and check them out. It's a great history, and just really cool to see that there are structures that are that old, like some of the things in Greece, especially like the Temple at Athens and all that. It's really cool to see that some of those structures are still standing nowadays. What up, Mohammed? Appreciate you coming in. Santi, saw you come in earlier, sis. Was good. Thanks for coming through. And thank you for that mini deep dive into castles, Lauren. And again, if you guys go look up Sakuna if you want to know some more about these different castles that is used as models for Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon.
They will be very important for learning like layouts of different castles and like how they play into the whole land control. There's a lot in the Central Belt that you would need to take to get to the Highlands of Scotland. So for, say, the Targaryens to take the north, they would need to take the Riverlands first and then move up. There's always one key castle that they need to take as a priority before they can move. So in Scotland, it would be either the Central Belt, by either Stirling or Edinburgh. Stirling was like the heart to the rest of Scotland, so you would need to take that and siege it. So actually,
Lauren, let me propose a thing. If you guys would like to hear us chat about some of these castles, drop me a message. Jump to the DMs or into the comments of this vid, and we'll try to see what we can work out for you. But just because it is a school night, so we need to get on. We're around like that the halfway 3/4 mark for info.
Sorry, I know that castles are very fascinating. No. Let's continue.
Exactly. No, it is.
We're not. We're everywhere.
It is. It is a fascinating subject. I know, but I don't want to wake up tomorrow as groggy as I woke up this morning.
I told you I took off. Because
I don't have that option to this time, Meeks. Don't judge me. Okay,
I was not coming in, and I'm not.
It's a school night, damn it. Okay. See what I mean when I say school night is
she gotta work in the morning.
I have to be in bed early. Okay, I gotta go to work.
She has
She's never all grown.
I have to go adult for the rest of the week. I can't hide this week. I did that last week.
I do have a question for Lady D about Daemon being done at Harrenhal.
Wait, before you ask that, man, make one statement, please, because I did get a lot of comments on this. And for those of y'all that are in the culture, I appreciate you. And Lady D, I know already also knows the term. Daemon, my number one message that I will give to you, good sir, brethren, stop drinking the Rasclato juice. Left she alone. I will explain no further. If you know, you know.
I don't think he's eating anything.
No, I didn't say he was eating. I said
no. I said if he's drinking that, he's not eating anything. That's all he's consuming. Is that? That's what I mean. Yeah. Like there's nothing in his system.
Every time we see food in front of his face,
I'm gonna need him to eat
playing with it.
Absorb
that.
It's
like that scene in Hook with Robin Williams where all the kids can actually get food because their imaginations are on point, but Robin Williams can't. It's like he's just picking up smoke. That's basically what Daemon's seeing here. Anytime he tries to eat regular human food now, it turns into something else, and he can't eat that. So again, I have to say, stop drinking the blood clot obeah juice.
I'm gonna need him to eat something. Eat a fruit. Eat some leaves.
Eat anything.
Eat other than your mama. Eat anything other than.
Take it away. Take a bag.
Yo.
You're looking at me, Meeks.
Demon likes to taste the blood of the dragon. Okay.
Clearly, and she was bleeding.
Yeah.
For real though.
Yeah. It tastes sweeter that way.
No, it's much all night. Oh.
Num.
Oh my lord! Look, absolutely deceased.
You're welcome.
I mean, I've got nothing. But I listen.
Oh Jesus!
Truth. That's where he was. I'm just like, oh okay. Well,
killing me as the audience.
Trying to go back inside? Bruh. You trying to get her inside your mom? That's weird. Oh, okay.
See, that's what you know what? Like, real talk though, what it speaks to is Daemon's forever freaking insufferable PTSD mommy issue, and I don't have a thing that's actually mine because I'm the second son. You know, you have an heir and a spare. I'm the spare, so I have to go out and make my bones elsewhere. Which again is why he's still on this bullshit mindset with looking at Viserys like, I'm your heir. Why are you loving your daughter and making her the heir more than you love me? Daemon, are you dumb?
Yes.
No one ever accused you of being dumb. What the fuck is this bullshit we're seeing here? Huh?
When it comes to family relations,
because I know you know that shit.
When it comes to family relations, he is really, really dumb right now. All he can think about is that the fact that his brother didn't love him enough to consider him as an heir, didn't love him enough to pass on the information to him. And I'm like, it's not about not loving you enough. It's the fact that
it's not about you.
You are food in a kid's hand. Like, you want some? And you look at the hand and you're like, I don't know where this hand's been. I don't know if this is fresh food. I don't even know if this is food I served today. I can't trust this.
That part.
I can't trust it. I'm
right.
sorry.
Look, yo, because
he don't even know where his mom's been.
Wait, hold on. Funda, drop the name of that show with Cheech. Her last name is eluding me right now. But the show with who we found out was fucking Zazie Beetz as the annoying cop, where the high class lady was half a obeah woman from Guyana. Drop the name of that series. That's on HBO Max. Poor favor. Y'all need to go check this show out. When I say you know who the like ultimate all-star is for that show, she has literally been in everything. She's just one of those unsung celebrity heroes, and I will always champion my people, Guyanese brethren, when I see them being famous and cool shit, because we don't usually get a lot of shine like that. And I don't remember the name of that show, but I remember I watched it and it was awesome.
You're right, Amy. He did set him up, but that's what Otto do. Otto was doing what Otto was doing.
That's exactly what Otto do.
So gray because all the stuff that he supposedly confirmedly did bad, he didn't. There's no proof of him actually doing that. It's just that people didn't trust him enough. Like if no one could believe it that you did it in the first place, it wouldn't be a problem. That's the whole problem. You have the capability of being the asshat.
He likes to act like he doesn't care what everyone thinks.
If he just,
he so cares. Like, yo, case in point on that is you literally brought Caraxes, the most, as far as we have seen thus far, the most who embodies fuck around and find out, and you made a threat.
And they walked away. I was
Lord Bracken, and you let Lord Bracken talk all this shit, and then choose violence and choose the fire, but still walk away. And the only thing we saw after that was you soaking, sitting on a rock, talking about that. I didn't think that they would, choose death that easily. What the fuck do you mean? Lord Blackwood was trying to tell you this shit before y'all even got to that scene.
I'm tired.
What the fuck is wrong? See, and this again, this is the dualism that George has given us, and it's 100% correct. I do applaud the writing on this because, again, Daemon is the most loved, yet also the most hated character in Westeros during this time age at the same fucking time. I love this dude, but yo, I be wanting to punch this motherfucker in the throat so bad sometimes. Exactly.
I know I'm gonna love him after. It's the thing that he does.
It's just taking a little while to get there.
He's got some cool shit coming up. Real quick. Let me jump back over to the chat. what Lady Whitney is saying here. It seems to me that the juice is coaxing Daemon to subconsciously act out instead of working on his issues. I think Alys gave him the mommy dream because she's mad at him because Team Smallfolk. I don't think she did that because she's mad at him for Team Smallfolk. I think that's a smokescreen. Alys has very big plans, and we can't get too much into that because it could be considered spoilers right now. So I don't know.
I feel like
a real old gods agenda going on. There's
something
more there.
Also, I feel like go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I'm pretty sure because I remember, you know how they have that after thing after every episode that you talk about each character. I don't know who it was. I think someone was talking about, Alys and how she's actually, I'm pretty sure they confirmed this, like 100 years, more than 100 years old, how she might have known Viserys's and Daemon's mother, and that's the only, and she planted that in Daemon's head, because how else would he know what he we obviously didn't know what she looks like.
How else would she know? Yeah. Yeah, I think the general consensus, like a lot of people were trying to compare her to Melisandre, and what I would implore you to remember and realize about Melisandre, a lot of the things she saw in the fires, she got those wrong. She interpreted it the wrong way. Alys Rivers, this girl, my gal, she does not have that problem. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Shooting on fire.
I feel happens. Whatever the book described happened with her is completely and utterly wrong. Because I feel like with these weird ass dreams that she is sneaking and freaking this man and just trying to see
that's what I thought.
That's what
I saw him making out with someone.
Weird.
As soon as I saw him
weird, him waking up and not realizing what the hell's going on, and then going to another scene, like he's losing time. We don't even know how long he's been there.
We don't know what he did in those hours.
Been like 2 days. It could have been a week.
Exactly.
Like we don't know.
And
so
that's
probably what they're gonna.
And it affects events that supposedly happen later with another person who supposedly because the time is short. Like we don't know how long it's been.
Very short.
And it's a very short, so it's kind of impossible for her to be in the short time period for sure, unless it started.
I mean, how long?
I'd be trying to like keep letters in the air. I'm like,
no. See, let's see what we're trying to incorporate here for how messages and people move is in the original series. What we came to dub Baelish's certified travel services. Getting you where you need to be, no matter time or physics. So basically, as a fandom, and I'm not bullshitting on this. You can look it up. A lot of us concluded that he had a TARDIS from Doctor Who. So wherever people need to be, they can get to within lightning speed and be halfway across the country in between episodes. Because remember, episode 1, it took Robert and all them like 3 months to get to the north. After that, though, all we had was the fast travel spawn. We put that cheat code in, and everybody was able to just get where they need to be within a matter of hours.
Everyone's like,
point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everybody was fast and furious. That's it. So what Alys is doing here, and I've seen some folks say that maybe she's projecting from somewhere. That could be possible. But what I will point out in that, and I can't even say it's a flaw, but it's just something that's never been mentioned in how George does time travel and visions and dreams and stuff. That's usually not something he incorporates. But again, we have to remember he said this is the truest form of things that have happened in this era, and he is still heavily involved in the writing and whatnot of this show. So I believe what I'm seeing here.
It's never wild as well how some people have lived for more than their natural life. So Alyssandra's supposed to be a couple 100 years old or some shit. Alys Rivers is maybe
like 400 some odd years old.
Yeah, like there's no really any explanation to that. Like, how is that?
If you go all the way back to like the Grey King was supposedly like the foil for Garth the Green Hand, and they also were said to have lived hundreds of years at a time. So it's weird and interesting when you look at the math, but you can't always put it into the story that's being told, because there's never a confirmation to be had on any of those things. So I mean, I'm just saying, I do really love, right, full circle, right? Oh, that's the show with our Lady Cheech from Guyana. And she did this show, and it was a big component of her and her people being from Guyana. And that's why Cuz recommended to me, and I watched it. I loved it. I just didn't have time to chat about it with Meeks because I don't think it was even on her radar. We'll see how that goes in the future, though. I don't know. But yeah, so here we are. We've gone to the Vale and talked about Lady Jane. I mean, Lady Jane, I think you need to calm down a little bit. I do think, to some extent, I do think she's, over emphasizing, what the situation really is, because, again, Vhagar is the only real threat that they have, and nobody at King's Landing right now is worried about the Eyrie. That's not a threat to them. Yeah, so like you don't actually have to be worried about having dragons to protect you, because there's not a dragon that's going to be going to your home, ma'am. And it may sound mean of me, but that's just the facts. Nobody has time to waste going to the Eyrie. Let's see. What else do we have here? Daemon tripping at the dinner table, because Alys is sitting there still trying to feed him the obeah juice.
She's not trying at this point. She's feeding it.
No, she is. Yeah. And shout out to all my folks that jumped into my comments. And like, one dude was like, "Yo, the best thing about watching your stream and hearing this shit was that you said she got the obeah damn juice." And again, yes, brethren, we find each other every once in a while out here. Appreciate you coming through and watching.
Oh my God, I just want him to leave at this point.
Right. Like, look, Daemon, either you start acting right, or shit's gonna go even more far left than it does. Because after this, Rook's Rest has happened. Things in the book really ramped up after Rook's Rest, and we know a few things that are coming. We're not going to mention them here because they were not touched upon just yet.
We don't really know when they're going to happen anymore. That's the problem.
That's true. Yeah, that's the timeline. Especially for where Aegon is right now. That changes a lot of things. So we're all really spitballing these theories and spoilers, and we're just letting chips fall where they may, and whatever they give us for the next episode is when we'll incorporate that to spin the lore a little bit better.
Like I have no idea. I don't even know if that's going to be a thing, and I don't like. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to hold on. I'm already talking.
Who are you looking at?
As if people like see the thing, but we have to approve it first.
Wait. Okay. I'm not on YouTube. I'm only looking in StreamYard. Who are you looking at?
Where the fuck is Nettles? Like, as of right now, I don't like the fact that people are.
What's up, Sine? What's good, girl? I'm glad you were able to make it.
We don't know.
What's up with Net? Okay, so what? Yeah, and we don't know. One of the last couple episodes, we showed a picture who we thought could possibly be Nettles, but she's not been announced yet.
Yeah, we do not know. And
we don't know.
They're going to combine the two characters, and that's it. And I'm like, I don't understand where they got this from, but who said this? But it's like spreading like and everybody is just believing that. But I'm just like,
that would be
reserving until seeing.
That would be such a big game changer. Because both of those women have very important things that they are involved in separately.
And
I don't see how they could combine those characters.
Come on, exactly.
Consecutively, it just doesn't make sense. So if you are one of those folks that have come up on one of those articles where Rhaena is supposed to be tied in with Nettles' character,
it makes no sense.
I feel like I'm obligated to tell you to take that with a grain of salt.
Right.
Yeah, like not unless it's been announced officially. Like, just
Right, exactly. Then we don't really know. We won't know until they actually put the episode out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait.
Cause you don't. If you don't know who Nettles is, I will not mention further completely here. But come over to Sphinx's channel on Saturday, and we will get into who Nettles is.
Or Google it and do your research.
Because or you could Google.
Yeah, Google will definitely tell you. Listen, all you have to do is start typing it in, and people be like,
and it will. You only need to put like 4 or 5 letters up there, and Google will get you all the way together.
So here's the story. So here's the whole.
Because I was like, Alys. Before I put the R, they were like, "Let me tell you about the." I'm like, "That's not even the question I was going to ask."
Alys Rivers is watching. What?
That's not even what I was asking. Google.
Right. So, okay. See, right, the predictive text is not our friend at all.
Okay,
guys.
Saying, sorry, it's 3 a.m. here, so I'm gonna have to jump out.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. And for those of y'all that didn't know, yes, Lauren is across the pond, also over there in lovely Scotland. So, yes, ma'am, plug your things already. And then drop me the links or drop the links in the chat so people know where to find your store.
Cool. So I make crochet plushies now. I'm not really doing much on YouTube, but I'm making a lot on TikTok. So I will just drop in my Etsy store. If it will, there we go. And I have a TikTok that's also called The Last Witch of Alba. It's all one word. Just type it in. You should be able to find it.
Nice.
But just in case, I will find it myself. And I'll put that in the chat before I bounce out. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now.
Absolutely.
I make dragons, bees, dinosaurs, llamas. I made a llama for someone. Yeah, that's my life now. I'm in a crochet hole and I don't pay attention to the rest of the world.
Okay.
Look, you do what makes you happy.
Yeah,
right, and I appreciate you for coming through again. It has been way too long since we've done a stream together, sis. So we'll link up. We'll link up before the season's over. And yes, I've missed your face immensely.
Hopefully you can come by for the spoiler chat on Saturday. Just be in the chat so we
yes. Absolutely. Again, on Christina the Sphinx's channel, Saturday.
Yeah, I'll probably be dead asleep because the market that I'm preparing for is on a Saturday.
Okay. Mark it for save to watch later, then just watch it later.
I will do that. I will do that then.
All right. Smooches, ma'am. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Get some good rest.
You look. Bye, Lady D. Bye, Meeks.
Bye.
You guys. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my goodness.
Much love to my lady Lauren. For those of y'all that have followed me for a while, y'all know Lauren is one of my best YouTube buddies out here. So yes, I'm glad she was able to hang with us for a bit tonight. And definitely go, she put her TikTok link out there. Go follow that. She's got a shop. I have the link to her channel. Go check that out and support her if you like what you see. And please and thank you. All right, so we are gonna start wrapping up here, though. There's a few more things we need to touch on, though. Meeks, go ahead.
A random question.
Yes.
Do you think that now that she has been pushed out of the small council, importance-wise, is she gonna crutch on what her dad said and go find Daemon and have a conversation?
I think so. That's the only thing that she has left that she could pull some type of power into. But it's going to be a hard roll because, again, we don't know why we haven't seen Daemon yet. Like this wasn't a thing in the books. Daemon was there. People knew who he was. But for some reason, the show has said, no, we're going to send him to Old Town like right after he was born, apparently, because we didn't need to see her pregnancy. With Daemon. Right, exactly. Right. See, and like the only thing that I could think of, and again, just my random thoughts, is maybe he's actually not Viserys's kid, but he's Crispy Cole's. And someone did put in my comments to say, that doesn't make sense because he's a dragon rider. but he is also this is also not the first time that Hightowers have married into Targaryens, though. So the latent hidden gene could still be there.
It's what Rhaenyra was talking about with Jace at the end of the episode.
Exactly. If you want, Jace and both Jace and Lucerys and Joffrey are, they're great examples of this. One of their parents was not a Targaryen, but they're still both dragon riders. All three of them are still dragon riders. So there's one parent that's a Targaryen. Not a Targaryen, but Alicent, again, in her lineage, she has that latent Targaryen gene, because this is not the first time those families have intermingled. It's possible still that he could be a dragon rider.
And Lady D, you know what? It makes sense to that thing that I sent in the about George's blog, how he was like, well, he was really upset about what they're doing with the dragons. This can kind of make sense about why he was like about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Would you mind sharing with the chat what your thought was? Is it too spoilerific, do you think? I don't think it is. But it's up to you if you don't want to share. We can wait till no, man, either one of you, if you want to give more context on the subject. We can't wait until Saturday.
You can refer to the historian because she's better.
I mean, right. The Black Wildling. What say you, ma'am?
I say let's wait till Saturday because I got a problem.
All right. Okay. All right. Y'all heard it. Tune in to Sphinx's channel on Saturday. And you'll get those thoughts on that spoiler.
Because I'm trying to figure out, is there anything else that happened that we haven't touched on at all?
I also want to say this is hard. I literally have to stop talking for long periods of time so that I don't say anything wrong.
Okay, no, I know, that's not. Yeah, right. Like that's not a problem, because we have all since episode 1 collectively said if we give spoilers, we're not going to go past what the episode has already shown us. We'll give you the book comparisons and what we think should be happening, but we're not going to tell you that much past what we've already seen. That's it.
Yeah.
But if you do want to know more than that, again, tune into Sphinx's stream next Saturday. We're going to be there and we're going to break it down.
Come on Saturday and let's talk about
For sure.
Let's talk about some dragon lore and some other things. And Meek, I didn't get to comment on what you were saying earlier in the private chat, specifically about.
Go ahead.
But I don't think
out now.
From the very first time I read the Rogue Prince, before the Fire and Blood, Maester telling, the Rogue Prince and then the Prince between those little novellas, I had thought that it was weird that would happen that way. And I think
yeah.
You know how you're around children who starting to learn how to spell and you can't say the stuff that you want to say? You be like, oh, and they had the SCX and you can't get that no more. You be like, bro, and then,
HELL6.
And you be like, the thing that we talked about that one time at the table with the cake.
Haven in there.
Yeah, that discussion, it came back. And a part 2, we're just trying to keep the kids out of it.
I'm just trying to
spoil nothing, because these are that's what I'm telling people. I'm like, it's not the fact that what happened in the episode wasn't interesting or it wasn't action packed. It's the fact that what happened in the episode leads down to breadcrumbs that are changing things as we know them from the book. And we realize that the book was never meant to be.
Right.
And said it himself at the end. He was like, yeah, you mean all the Targaryen history or the Valerian history that puts us on a pedestal
to make us look good. Yeah.
Right.
Basically. And
yes, Amy, I know your confusion, because I understand you are also confusion.
I know.
Tune in on Saturday and we can clear up a few of those things for you.
It's so much. It's so much. Discussion on Saturday is going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot, because All stuff
you like it too.
I know. I wanna so bad, but I don't want to not ruin it. But I don't want to spoil stuff because if we say something and then people are like, well, it didn't happen. We know.
A little split.
I think Lady Carr has it right here. You know, you can tell it's a big setup episode, 100%. And unlike what we usually get with just filler episodes, this episode gave us a lot of juice in those breadcrumbs.
I wouldn't even consider it filler.
So I can't.
Being Bob Builder, it wasn't filler.
Bob Builder.
Listen, I'm so tired of all these people on Twitter and whatnot talking about how because there's no action, it's so boring. We do not need this episode. I'm going to tell you something. A lot of these episodes that are with no action give me the drama that I've been craving. Okay, it gives me what I want. If I have every episode like episode 4, no, because that's so much. Okay, we stressed out, sweating every night. I can't be doing that.
Yeah, Dinah. Is it Diana? Diana's her name?
Diana. Yes, and that's
Alinda, come on.
Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, so that is actually that's a really good end point because I think chat room, remind me, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we have touched on a lot of the major things happening with the exception of that final part. And to backtrack even just a little bit from that, we had that scene with Rhaenyra and Baela. It was great. Again, I still think that she should have possibly made Baela ham, but I do agree and understand what y'all were saying because no, if it's not Auntie Nisi, it has to be Uncle C. I get it. He's got the experience. Well, war command, all of that. And once she sends her off, and she also sends out. I wrote his name down, but I can't.
The annoying asshat.
Going up right now. The annoying asshat. Oh, for all of how we thought he was just being an asshole, when Rhaenyra actually gave him a full away mission. That's a Star Trek reference. If you know, you know. To get the papers for the away mission. He's like, wait, are you sending me from your service? Like, your grace. Okay, look, bruh, she's not doing that. But what she knows is that she recognizes, like you said, you do actually have her interest there. But you need to go handle this thing for me. And it is twofold. He's not wrong to be side-eyeing because if it was me, I would have sent your ass off someplace else too. You're doing too much. How you gonna say you actually back in my cause and you don't doubt me in my rule, but you're still questioning me every 2 seconds of a word I say? That's not how you keep your job, bro. I'm just saying. Meeks, what are you seeing over here? Damn it.
Sorry, y'all. The private chat is where the things are singing. Right? I'm so sorry because in the private chat we can talk about things we can talk about.
Right? Exactly. And I can't even explain why Meeks is giving the side eye or why we're all giggling now. All I can say is just come back on Saturday to Sphinx's channel and we'll talk about it.
Like, if you want to know, you go ahead and see us on Saturday because
I'm saying, I'm saying, like that's all it is. That's all it is. But
the best description of everything everything that happened in this episode is
there
was a branch on the tree and the tree's in the hole and now the hole's in the ground
and the hole's in the ground.
That's what it is.
Oh god, that thing
all around. All around and around. Come on.
Okay, so see, we're not gonna spill it oil. We're not gonna spill it all.
On Saturday?
We will. Okay, no, we will spill a lot, but we're not gonna spill everything to kill it all. B, what did you say just now? Please repeat yourself, my lady.
I was saying we wouldn't even have time to try to spill it all because, like, y'all,
yeah.
Okay, like if you got the timeline of if you've read any of the novellas or the history books, Fire and Blood, and you got the timeline of how the Dance of the Dragons went out and how it seems like it did. There's some stuff that seems like maybe it's out of time, or maybe they just didn't. They don't remember or whatever. And there's
that's right.
Happening and
Maybe
missing. And then there's people that we met that are really, 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 really freaking important, but we've only seen them in like one scene. And like I listen, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I just can't wait to see how they're gonna wrap all this entire because this is just masterful. Like you're seeing, there are people, y'all. There are people that I lie to you not, you have only seen in one scene, or there's a person that I lie
and they coming back out.
Look, you have no context of what their actions are, but now looking at what's going on, you can kind of see maybe why they are gonna do what they're gonna do. Like I listen, when Homeboy's wife her brother is from Tumbleton, I was like, bruh, like listen, okay, maybe there's just that's all I gotta say. People out here talking about and all that, and listen, man, listen.
Okay, look, here's the one thing that I will really leave y'all with, and again, just to wrap it around with Hugh, the Hightower. We saw, supposedly he might be on Team Green, but we did see his actions in this episode, and had he listened to his wife, they would have made it out safely, but now they're not. So now there's a reason, a serious reason for us to see. And when I say us, I mean us book readers that have read it, to see why he would make the future moves that he did. And again, this isn't the super spoiler chat. I won't say it, but
don't even say it at
put
all.
a pin in that. Now put a pin in that.
Okay,
there's a lot of people who are watching now who are confused as to why we're focusing on him. They know something, but they don't know what.
Why
they don't know what exactly
there though. Like, here's my question: if you stuck there, how did you end up over there? If you
exactly
there, how did you end up over there?
Thank you.
There have to be some extracurricular things that will be afoot to get him there. And I think the gateway, the key to that extra thing, is for baby girl who was the personal maid to Her Grace, has gotten back into the city, and the only reason she got into that city is because she told that gold cloak that, yo, Lady Massaria and our queen done sent me over here with a mission. Wait, Massaria? Wait, hold on. I thought she was dead. I mean, everybody thought she was dead, though, but I'm telling you, I got these orders directly from both of them, okay? And he let her into the city. And who did she go see at the end? No one but Lady Diana.
Come on.
The scorned maid made to now work in the ridiculous sex trafficking abuse brothel house.
I'm saying
we saw again the last episode. So there's some things going to be going down right there, and I think that conversation between Rhaenyra and Massaria was very important and key into what is going to happen. And Massaria, I think she had it right. Yo, let the people do what you cannot. Don't underestimate them. It's a whole motherfucking lot of us over there in Flea Bottom. Thousands upon thousands who have been in the shadow of the Red Keep, and them motherfuckers ain't been treating us good. You have the army right there. It's kind of like in for those of y'all that may have watched the 100, when they were trying to figure out how they gonna get an army into the mountain. Clark was like, wait, bitch, it's 300 of y'all trapped in them cells right there. You already got a fucking army in the mountain. We just got to get them out. It's the same shit here. And the last scene we see of that handmaiden, once she's dismissed, is she goes and knocks down on Lady Diana's door, and we know shit's going to pop off.
I'm going to tell you right now, the mess that they will make in King's Landing this next episode will be messy. It'll be chaotic because I know you saw the little trailer at the end.
Yes.
You know, a little snippet. When I tell you, I think Allison's gonna fall on her ass. I'm going to be laughing. I'm going to be laughing. Okay.
Here's my question: if they
Realm, you already know.
Is King Landing going to? Is the drop supposed to be next week? Because if so, there's all this stuff that has to happen in between. Like y'all,
that's
a lot of drops.
Come on, that's what I keep saying.
Right, that's the thing.
I'm confused.
There's a lot, yeah. Like there's a lot that they've cut out. Like I mean, case in point, and we touched on this a little bit in the after show last night. Jace was supposed to have that thing with Sarah Snow, but Jace ain't gonna have time to go back to the north to do anything with the Sarah Snow. So is that even gonna come into play, or was that just cannon fodder to sow more discord from the maesters that wrote this the next century away?
Or did it already?
I don't know.
Or did it already?
And it happened off screen.
Back to show us what makes sense, and it doesn't. Okay, what makes sense but doesn't make sense is that he goes back up there, like we talked about. And the reason why is because of the whole. All right, well now you know about the Principal's Promise and the whole the ice and fire thing. Like you're fully aware. It's a whole wind is gonna come out the north. It's about to go down, and you've been to the wall. Right, where it's like, bro, you think my ancestors built that 5-foot wall of ice for? Like, you can put 2 and 2 together. You're not a complete idiot, Jace. You should be able, at this point, to put 2 and 2 together. And be like, okay, we got a story here that talks about this, and they got a story here that talks about this. Right, so I can see you going back up there to possibly leave the dragon's eggs at Winterfell if that's, if that story happens. I'm sorry,
right. Because how else would those dragon eggs get there? Like there's like y'all, for those of y'all that have not ever done a deep dive into the history of these worlds, so there's so much cool lore and mythology for you to see.
If you can't buy it, borrow it from the library. This one
and wait, Meeks, can you hold the other one? Fire and Blood, especially.
I don't have this one.
Okay, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Is that the one that has a air attach on the cover for the artwork? Because I know he did Fire and Blood, and I believe he also did this one here. And just to let y'all know, air attach, he was out here like us in these YouTube streets. Like Lady D could tell you, that was one of our homies, and he always did some really cool graphic works throughout in the fandom. And now to culminate, now he's actually got his artwork in the official books and lore. Is just so fucking cool to see. So shout out to Airtouch and the awesomeness that he is with the artwork. He's a great he's a great graphic designer. Yeah, he did all of Fire and Blood. Yep. So so for tonight there are maybe a few things else that we could talk about, but I think we've hit all of the main points. I will kick it to you, Luke. What are your final thoughts? And also rate the episode. Chat room.
So I'll be rating. Right.
That's what I was about to ask. What are we rating this episode? I mean, maybe out of Alys in Tears. I mean, because I'm petty like that.
We getting a lot of those this season.
Y'all know I love a good petty. Okay, so how many out of 10 Alys in Tears? How much you giving this episode, Luke?
For this one, from my knowledge, from what I know, I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna say an 8. An 8 Alys in Tears.
Okay.
Yeah, that's real good.
I feel that. Lady D, what you got? Out of 10 Alys in Tears, where we at?
Okay, out of 10 Alys in Tears, like for the setup, because of what I expect to come and to become like a 10, because what I expect, there's some things that I expect to go down. I expect for those episodes to be a 10. I cannot in good conscience like rate this anything over like a 6. It's like an average of average of an episode because of the setups. Like I appreciate the setups, but you
are not alone.
Payoffs off these setups have to be everything because of what we know that they are. Like y'all, Diana, if she's who I think she is, this bra is so important.
Ooh, boy.
So important.
We gonna get to that.
That's just trouble. Like that's just listen, for real,
right?
Because of things or whatever,
and then, stuff and things.
If Helaena, if what we're thinking about Helaena is true because of what we're seeing with Helaena, then the payoff of that, of seeing that from what we've read in the books all these years, the payoffs of seeing what that actually is, that's gonna be a 10. Because
facts.
Either you listen, that's just, it is what it is. The setup from Jace being like, oh well, you know, maybe we should find some people who are not of the line to hop on Dragonback. The setup of that, and then the payoff of that, plus like what we were talking about just now in the private chat, like who and what happens with that, like that has because that there are 2 completely separate ways that things go. Well, 3 technically, if you're showing us Nettles, 3 completely separate ways that things go because of Jace's, what we're finding out, actions, right? See, Allison was the one that barred the gates.
Oh,
it was actually Aemon.
It was Aemon, yeah.
That either Otto or Allison got blamed for or got the credit for. Same thing with Rhaenyra. What else did Jace or Baela or what else did somebody else do that y'all done put on Rhaenyra? Especially all the bad things, because now we're looking at it and I'm realizing like you didn't do nothing. Rhaenyra literally didn't do anything. Like no comment. She's
I'm with that.
I'm giving it a 5 or a 6 out of 10. That wasn't, I don't think that was the greatest episode. I think it was like an average episode, but the setups that they gave us and the things that they showed us should be enough so that these, like, because how many more episodes do we have, y'all? How many episodes is it?
3
more episodes. Oh my
3
god.
more.
So what exactly? Oh no,
that's why I told you I'm getting more.
Exactly right. That's why we were so confused on the stream with Spinks on Saturday. They've changed some very, very key things. So how are we even supposed to properly theorize on what might come for this?
I'm very unsure of what.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That's what I said. Like the biggest problem is the timeline, because we were told
the timing.
FG, and now we're like, whoa,
wait a minute.
We ain't even. But how he gonna? But ain't
facts.
They gonna wait a minute.
Right. Exactly. How exactly are we doing? I mean, for this, right? Like for this, it means that they are cutting out a very important character, and it also means, because of how Aegon ended in this episode, there's a whole skew shift of what was supposed to happen in the background. So when or is that going to pop off the way we thought it would, or no?
I don't think it is. I have no idea.
We are seriously literally off script now. We don't know what could happen.
I want to know if it was I'm just saying, I want to know if it was Aemon that got rid of the people who were loyal to Rhaenyra that were in the Red Keep.
I wouldn't put it past him,
because that was supposed to be Aegon and not Crispy, but we see Crispy is neutered, so he's not even. And then Aegon is Crispy. So what was that? Aemon Did Aemon, because that would make sense. Is Aemon going to go on a killing spree?
The way he closed them gates?
Yes.
The way he closed them gates?
Yes.
I think that's all the answer you needed right there.
Thank you.
Like, is he about to?
And hold on. I'm not gonna really get into this. I'm just very curious. I need you to type an explanation, young man.
Probably because he realized that he's in over his head. Probably because he realized that he fucked up and he's in over his head.
I don't feel bad for him though.
Oh, right. I don't either.
Yeah, I'm glad he's in over his head, but this is the path that you walked, bro.
Hey,
this is what happens when you hold a grudge against someone for over a decade. It lowers your fucking frequency and just basically eats you from the inside out. You're a piece of shit.
That's what you get.
So I don't feel bad for you.
That's what you get.
Everything will bite him soon.
Come on.
No, facts.
Come on.
Facts.
But okay, my rating is
right. Yes. What's your rating, Missy?
And what Amy has said was true, because I first saw the episode, I was like, man, this episode was like a little slower even for me. And I sat on it
a little bit,
or for a few days. I sat on it for a day and a half, and I'm like, wait a whole damn minute.
Okay.
Right now, to me, the episode is like an 8 or a 9. But yesterday, it was like a 5 or a 6.
Think exactly.
Only because we know the information that we know.
We know more context.
Up. Like, we have all the context. We have what's going on. We have what should happen. The shoulda, coulda, wouldas. We know, and we're all confused and excited about where we're going from here. But the people who don't know the text are like, this was slow. They're expecting to see dragons flip off and fly out and kill everybody. And But the best part of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon is the political intrigue.
The
magic in the back that is maneuvering people.
Wake that the fuck up.
Yes.
All of that stuff is the best part. Not just the dragons fighting. I don't want to see the dragons fighting because the dragons ain't hurting nobody.
It makes me sad.
Their business. Okay, but they can't mind their business when the people who are in charge of the dragons are out here trying to kill each other because they're dumb.
Yep.
I don't want to see no more dragons fighting. That was enough for me. That was enough for me. Hearing somebody scream as he was falling to the ground. I don't want that. I don't want that.
Right.
I don't hear that no more.
Not at all.
Terrible.
So, to be fair with all the excitement, I'm going to rate this I don't do halves. I don't do halves. I do whole numbers. But I'm gonna have to give it a 6.5.
Okay.
That's fair as I can get from like the actual thing. Exactly. It's the chess pieces that are being moved, and we're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with the board. Somebody done twirled the board, and we had chess pieces in the air like,
Exactly. We had to pause the campaign and then reset the board. Like, we are literally in Mike's basement right now on Stranger Things, trying to figure out how we are going. Are we going to send the fireball towards the Demogorgon, or are we going to just hide and run away? So this is an episode that I think leaves us with a challenge on both sides. And for myself, I will say I think I'm probably going to give this a 7 out of 10. Allison tears, because while I do appreciate everything they gave us, I don't think it was a waste of an episode. I don't think it was all just random filler. I just think that the things that have been so big in the change, they needed to give us a little more context on where that might go. But that's it. So, and again, not a bad episode. I did enjoy it, but there's some things that need to very seriously be worked out. Jace isn't going back to the north, so if they did the Sarah Snow thing off screen, we need some kind of inclination to that. And thus far, I haven't seen that, because him and Baela are again still moving. Like we know who Baela was Padawan to. That was Auntie Nisi, and Auntie Nisi and Uncle C. When she moved, he moved. When he moved, she moved. And Baela and Jace are very much moving in the exact same fashion. And I really love seeing a lot of the tidbits into their relationship again, because we have to remind y'all last week they have had a repertoire building since they were all children. Okay, like this isn't new. Just because of this betrothal, a lot of folks I think thought that it was something new that could work. No, this isn't new. They've been having each other's back for many years. Plain and simple.
Amy funny.
What the hell are you looking at?
Amy's funny.
Hey, Amy, what you talking about? We're all in the same boat at this point. Book readers are right. You're right. Book readers, Unsullied, it doesn't matter. We are all Jon Snows at this point. You are 100% correct. We don't know. And I just hope, the only thing I will say that I really hope is that they're not trying to do the bullshit Dan and Dave thing that they did for the Battle of Winterfell. Just make it actually work. Give us the good content.
People are dying in this series, okay? There are too many people who lived in the Battle of Winterfell. Half them people should have been dead.
Okay.
More than half.
Let's be for real. And it should have lasted. Matter of fact, the Battle of Winterfell should have been a whole short season. That should have been a 5-6 episode miniseries.
It should have been a miniseries. You're right. It should have been a miniseries.
Thank you.
100%. 100%.
Oh, girl.
Indeed. But that is the show for the evening, folks. And again, I want to seriously big up everyone who has been coming through and hanging with us. Like, yo, when I went to sleep last night, I was not at the number of subs that I am of right now. And I appreciate y'all for that. Thank you for, spread it across the realm. Share them links. I appreciate y'all. And I'm glad y'all are here to enjoy the conversation. And we hope to hang with y'all all the time and enjoy these conversations. So Lady D, actually, no, let me start with Luke. Do you have anything that you might be coming up, or are you just chilling on the Insta and popping out some funny content? What you got?
I'm just chilling.
I am working.
Wait, hold on, lady. Wait. Sorry, my mic may mess up right there. Let me snatch Luke first. All right.
No, I'm gonna be quick.
Guess rights. Go ahead. Let's get you going.
Listen, I'm just here, and I'm here for the drama. I'm here for the mess. Thank you.
I like drama and random petty mess. I appreciate that. Lady D, ma'am, Professor Diligence.
Hey, I'm working on. I am invested in finishing up something before the Winds of Winter comes out, and since that's never going to happen, I have enough time. I think
you have all the time in the world,
all the time that I need to do that in between baby and everything. So I'm trying to finish Grand Northern Ambitions because of the dragon stuff, and then like the faceless man stuff and everything that I was talking about, and I've been talking about forever. Y'all put a battery in my back last week, so so now I need to work on it, and so I have been slowly working on it, pulling the notes that I have back together, and then I started rereading the other day Game of Thrones, like from the beginning, so that I can properly write out what I feel like I need to write out. But other than that,
that's right.
Oh, y'all ain't gonna get nothing from me except for these streams here that I'm on with AK Meeks. So don't hold your breath or you'll die. Otherwise,
oh damn. Okay.
Not too much now.
Hold on. Fandom D say, little brother, you late, bro. You late. But that's all right, because actually that's a decent segue we'll touch on later. Meeksy, my lady, can you let the folk know? I know you eating your popcorn, but can you take a break for just 2 seconds?
That's what you gonna do.
Okay, y'all. So I have officially started putting Bridgerton on my channel.
Yes, I saw that earlier.
Listen.
I sent you a link on that from a very funny skit from Instagram. Please check that out.
I keep trying. I see that. Come on, Instagram girl, TikTok. We saw that last week.
I'm not trying to be on them crock streets. Stop trying to bring me.
You better go TikTok.
I don't want that peer pressure.
But I have a lot of people don't understand that I have completed the entire thing because I knew better than to try to do this at one at a time or like recording it. I recorded it all, so it's all being edited. Season 1 is completely finished. Season 2 is working on being finished. Like, so it's all done. So that's up. I think I'm on episode 3. I just released episode 3. Of course, finishing up House of the Dragon, finishing up The Boys. We have one more episode this week, and then that's it.
That's it.
Yes, indeed.
And then what else? I'm still watching My Hero Academia. I feel like I'm missing something. Fringe, I'm still doing. I still feel like I'm missing something.
Avatar?
Tower of God.
Fringe, Boys, Tower of God.
Which I'm gonna do.
So what about Avatar?
Oh yeah, Avatar is still being done. That's being worked on.
Yep.
I still feel like I'm missing something. It's gonna drive me insane. This is why I have to be on my schedule and I be off my schedule. But for video games, I'm still playing through Baldur's Gate. I have finished Final Fantasy 9. I am
Fallout.
Deep in Fallout. It's a problem. I still haven't started my series playthrough of Dragon Age. But yeah, that's all I got going on right now. Yeah.
Indeed. And I appreciate it. Y'all, Fandom D Saint. Again, bro, you late.
I'm sad it's over.
That's all right. That's all right. You know, I'm glad you made it before the end, though. For myself, tomorrow, actually, again, good thing Fandom was here. I will be chatting with Fandom and DJ Wun Wun on DJ Wun Wun's channel. I'm very sure the links are already down below. Go click on his channel and come for all of the shenanigans. DJ, one of my favorite things that DJ does after each episode, we run a short trivia session on some things that we may or may not remember from the episodes that we have talked about. It's always a good time, so come through. And Wednesday, I will be back here with Meeks, and I do believe we'll be joined by Sphinxy this Wednesday to talk about The Boys episodes 5 and 6. I think.
A mess. Yes.
Yes. I think it's episode 5 and 6. Yes, we did 3 and 4 last week. Yes, we did 3 and 4 last week. So yeah, we'll be episodes 5 and 6 of season 4. Is it we're on? Indeed. So yeah, go. If you haven't watched yet, go catch up. You got at least a couple days. You can get there and then come through and join us for that chat. Friday, I don't think we're doing anything on the Trivia Channel Friday. Not until next Friday. So yeah, that's Thursday. I think me, Fandom, and DJ will be back with another show. I don't remember which one yet because sometimes Thursday be a gamble whether we're actually going to be on or not. So just set your notifications and keep an eye out. So thank y'all again for hanging with me for another Dragon Discussion Monday. It's always a pleasure. Thank you, Luke, for coming through and chilling with us. Thank you again to Meeks, Lady D. Always appreciate coming through. Shout out to Lauren because again, she is across the pond and she is living in the future. Late. Well, actually, it's not even late. She's so far in the future right now. It's not even late. It's just early morning for her. So I'm glad that she was able to join us, and I hope she does get some good sleeps. So yes, absolutely. Come back and hang with me, Meeks, in a couple of days. I'm sure at some point in time we will have before the season's over, we'll have Big Cuz Fundo on with us, and I believe we'll be back over for the watch along with Tanisha and Daphne when the next episode comes out. So again, yeah. Thanks, y'all, for hanging with us. You're freaking awesome. And I will leave you with just one thought. I implore you, again, R.I.P. Auntie Nisi, you will be missed. And in the end, just do remember, whenever you despair, always, always bet on black. Peace.